Let's see how this works here. Ready? We're live.
This is the podcast my dad warns me about.
I think that kid had learned his lesson by
The Dicks and Cider Show.
And we are putting our dicks into this week's Circle Jerk of a Conversation. I'm Irv.
I'm Ice. 6.
And in-house with us, we have the Mad Hattery. Hello. My brother. And online with us, hanging out via Google Hangout, is Movie Mark.
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going, everyone?
Fucking 2 weeks since you've been here.
Yeah.
Damn.
It seems to be the norm. I'm telling you, we got to switch it.
It's not the norm.
gotta
We
be
just
a
had
bi-weekly
shit going
show.
on. You always say that shit. Just keep it the way it is.
I will. Other than that,
It happens when it happens.
how was your weeks?
Busy,
A lot of
hectic.
shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit going on in between the last time we were here till now.
Yeah, well, we did a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened, good and bad.
Mhm.
But, it is what it is. So, bad news first. I had another cousin pass away.
I
That
had
was
a
the other
cousin
day
that
on
passed
Friday.
away, too.
Oh, yeah? On what other side? Your smart side?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Clyde's cousin. They found him dead on the floor.
Yeah. At least our cousin on my side of the family
He was
fell asleep.
in bed.
He fell asleep and never woke up.
Yeah.
But,
I guess that's a good way to go.
oh, to the people that have passed away. Another one bites the dust, right?
Well, how did that go, by the way?
The funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went pretty good. She was cremated. Everything went fine. Let's see, I went and picked, well, Mom and Grandma came here. I took them out for breakfast with my in-laws, and then we went to the funeral home. And the funeral was pretty nice.
Did they take pictures? I mean,
Not
the
really,
family-
no. Because it was really hard to get all of them together.
Well, who gives a shit? Just take pictures as you're seeing people. I mean,
Oh, I didn't feel right doing that. So, and I was going to do it at the dinner, but then
you
at the
ain't feel
dinner...
right doing it. It's your cousins. Go ahead, take pictures. I haven't seen you in like 40 fucking years.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right in the middle
I'm
of the
only
funeral.
37
in the
years
funeral
old, so I
parlor.
haven't seen you since
Well,
I was
the priest
born.
is talking, and she's sitting in
Well,
her
I'm
box.
talking about at the luncheon when you guys were there talking and
Well,
reminiscing
I'm
and all
getting
this
to
other
that.
stuff.
I'm getting to that. There really
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's what we did over at my my wife's side.
That's good.
were
I'm glad you
taking
did that.
pictures with
And I'm
everybody.
sure they were all talking to each other, weren't they?
Well, they do get along.
Okay. Well, it was a little different at this one, and you know that side of the family, so it's a little different. Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
So anyway, so they had all these really big tables, everyone sitting at the luncheon, and it was kind of it was all segregated. So
Oh.
you had their cliques, and those guys talked to those guys, and that was it. So it is what it is, and no, I couldn't get everybody to start snapping pictures. So but I got to talk to Uncle Sonny, which is nice. I'm gonna go down to Milwaukee, maybe do a baseball game with him. So that was a lot of
Uncle
fun.
Sonny came up.
Oh yeah. His daughter Vicky didn't show up though, but yeah, there's a lot of good family there. I got to hang out with Jerome in April, so that was nice. Got their phone numbers, and I didn't get home till 8:30 that night.
Well, I would have made it if I would have known, more than a day beforehand. But
I'm surprised you didn't know. Grandma didn't tell you.
Well, no, because your mother didn't call or tell me until late Tuesday,
Really?
and I can't just.
I found out
mean,
Friday, the day
you
she
know?
died. She
And
called me
I
up right
couldn't-
away.
well, we know what pedestal you're on.
I guess. I was detailing my car.
I couldn't leave work anyway, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what we already took
I mean,
one,
we were
so you couldn't take the
we
other.
were so packed. I mean, so busy there. There's just no way I could have
Yeah.
took another day off during the week.
It was a good funeral. It was
Yeah.
different. It wasn't like our normal funerals where everybody gets together, everybody talks, and they mourn and whatnot. That side of the family is a
It's
little more.
a estranged family anyway.
Yeah, to a point, yeah. But we're not going to badmouth them online.
No, I'm just saying it's an estranged family. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
very dysfunctional family.
Very, very. That side is.
I mean, they hold grudges very long in that family.
very easy, yes.
Yeah, which they shouldn't, but they do. It's
Little
just-
De Niro and Stallone action, grudge
So-
match. Huh?
So I hung out with Jerome and April and Pat all night long, and we bummed around, drinking a bunch and having fun, kind of catching up on stuff. And
So where's Pat living?
she lives in town. She
Oh.
lives right over by
so
Morton,
okay.
Morton Baseball Park over there, up Patch in Michigan.
Pat Sweet? No.
No, Pat
Canal.
Canal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Canal side, the Andreasen side of the family.
My dad's
Their
sister.
dad's sister side of the family. So
All right.
anyway, so
Did you get a number for her?
I got all that shit. We'll talk
Good, I
about it
wanna
later.
get it.
Yeah.
I just said I want to just get it.
I think I did. Mom might have got it.
I already got
did.
Cindy's. I ain't worried about that. I got Cindy's.
But
But hell, Pat just runs. She moves around so goddamn much. It's
So,
pathetic.
but my birthday was last Thursday, and then Friday I found out Sandy passed away. But then we went on Saturday. We took off to lacrosse.
Yeah.
And that was kind of why we didn't record last week. Kind of busy.
Yeah, doing an MMA match.
Explain that. Was that the King of the Cage?
No.
No, it was just a regular MMA fight. It wasn't not King of the Cage or anything.
No, they had it's on the ticket.
It was Three Rivers Throwdown 5.
Oh, that's it.
called.
That's what it was
a
called. Okay.
throwdown.
I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
I should have. It was on the big orange shirts on all those.
Yeah, and it also
fat
had on the
fucking
ticket
bouncers
too.
in it.
It said throwdown or something like this.
I didn't keep my ticket.
I do. I got mine at home.
Yeah, did you guys bring the roster so we can kind of go through it?
No.
Okay.
You went to that home.
Well, the reason we went there is we went to go see CJ fight, right? Or TJ.
TJ.
I always say CJ. It's TJ. And
we also got a video. We have a video on YouTube.
and,
Plus, I posted on.
Facebook.
Plus, I posted on Neutral Grounds.
You did do
Plus, I also posted it on TJ's site,
it. All right, good.
on his, and then I also did the interview on TJ's and Neutral Ground.
Plus
also
a chick
afterwards.
fight too, right before.
I didn't
this.
post the chick fight. Though,
Yeah, you
but-
did because
Did
I
I
showed
post
it to my son.
Well, I posted on mine.
Yeah.
But I didn't post it to Neutral Ground.
Well, of course
or
not, because
them.
they're not. She was a neutral
yeah,
ground.
Yeah, right.
She was Ironworks, wasn't she?
Was
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
Ironworks? Yeah. They took a lot of.
I showed my son that, my oldest son that. Hold on, Chris. I showed my oldest son that, and by the time it got done, he goes, "Next time you're going, you're taking me, Dad." I said, "If you want to go, you're going."
It's not necessarily going to be a women fight next time either. This is
There's always at least one. There's always at least
Was there?
one match
Yeah.
with females. Yeah.
It started off pretty slow, and I really wasn't.
Well, like I said, 21 seconds after the first one went. 21 seconds, it's done. I go, we came all this way for 21 fucking seconds. Second match didn't go much longer. That was only
obviously
what,
the
26
first build are the
seconds?
least experienced. And
Yeah, I
as
know.
you go up. And
But I mean,
there's how many
21,
amateur?
26.
12 amateur? 11?
No, there was, there was 4 pro fights.
We're not ignoring you, Mark. Don't worry.
There was 15.
Nothing, whatever you feel like.
There was 15 fights altogether. There was
Yeah.
4 pro fights, and there was 11
11 amateur. Okay.
amateur.
All right.
Pro-am. The pro-am.
Pro-am,
They
okay.
make sure to say.
And then there's a
pro-am.
main event at the end.
Well, that's the pro fights.
That's Well,
The
there's
4
the
pro
main,
fights.
and then there was 2 pre-main, and then there was the one before that, and then
Yeah.
there was TJ's.
It was the co-main event,
Yeah.
and then the main event.
Which this was TJ's last amateur fight. Now he's in the pro circuit.
I don't know if
No.
that's
yeah,
the
that's
case.
that's what I heard.
I don't know. I don't know the exact ins and outs of where his amateur status and his pro status is going to start going away and kicking in.
Okay.
I don't know. He's never said that he's got a fight coming up May 31st.
Where
Can't
at?
remember exactly where, and I'll have to talk to him again. But he said it's an hour and a half away from here, something like
okay.
that. So
Oh shit! I'd love to go again. That was a lot of fun. I didn't really like the way it was all set up. I had a little complaint about that, but it just you think they would have had things move a little smoother than they did. There was a lot of drag time between every fight. And I don't know why.
well,
there
you
was
could
so
listen.
much time.
They play a song, like an intro song, when they introduce a fighter or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't have to listen to the whole.
But I'm
4
just
minutes.
saying, that's what I was getting at. I was saying they play a song. Usually it's supposed to be a snippet, and then you're up on.
Yeah,
it's
you're
supposed
out
to
in
be-
the cage.
They
supposed
need
to be-
intros like we have intros for our
I mean,
shit. It's real quick and done.
Good thing nobody fucking wanted a Pink Floyd song.
Yeah, but
They
you
ate
know what?
fucking
though?
minutes, you know?
Look at where they had to walk. They had to walk out the side all the way down and come all the way back just to get to. I mean, it took them almost 2 minutes to get to the goddamn cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can listen to a whole song off a CD before they'll even be ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, and then they didn't know how to set any of the chairs up. I mean, half the fucking chairs were blocked by the fucking poles from the cage.
Yeah.
So you couldn't, I mean,
Well, that was an ice arena. It wasn't really made for
Well,
that
but
anyway.
still, I
They
mean-
should have had it up on a pedestal higher.
The one thing that surprised me about it was the lighting. I'm surprised they didn't have a ring of lights above the ring and then
Right.
turn everything else off. But they didn't do that, so
no.
it was really weird. I mean, other than that, it was really cool. I had a lot of fun. It was the first time I ever seen any of that kind of shit. But it was MMA fight. It wasn't UFC. So
And the last one we saw down in, I'm going brain dead. I can't remember where.
Fond du Lac? Or
Lac de
Lac de
Flambeau,
Flambeau, that's
yeah.
north.
Flambeau,
Yeah.
Northern Lights.
They actually
Not down,
had
it's up.
they actually had a big screen behind you just in case when everybody stands up and they block everything. You'd actually turn around and see a big screen behind you to kind of catch the action because they had 2 cameramen above. So TJ said that the guy that was sitting up on the pedestal with that camera, he says you can actually get a video of that for like $20,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's like right over the cage,
Yeah, yeah.
over
Yeah,
the
you had the best seat
bird's
in the
eye view.
house.
Yeah.
Most
There
of the
could have
shit,
been-
most
there
of the
could have
shit
been,
went
what,
right to
1,
his
2?
corner
There
too.
could have been 1, 2, 3, 4. There could have been 5 good seats right there.
Yeah,
I would have done that in a heartbeat.
yeah.
Well, congratulations on his win.
Yeah, TJ won. It didn't take very long. Almost got knocked out. He almost got taken out with an arm.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
got a bloody nose right away in the beginning.
And then he cut the inside of his lip or something on the side of his cheek or something.
His mouth was bleeding.
Blood was in
Yeah.
his mouth. And
It was a good fight. Like I said, you can go to Al's site and check it out. Did you post it to our page at all? Okay, you check it out on Facebook.
I just was totally amazed because when we basically everybody that there was there to watch TJ, it was all like friends and family and coworkers and everything.
Yeah.
It was like a whole section of people. You notice that?
Yeah, yeah.
A whole section of people.
They took up like a fourth or a fifth of the whole area.
And the funny thing is that he was what, maybe second or third, very last for the amateur
he was the
fight.
last of the pro-ams.
Yeah. Yeah, he was right before
He was the
main
last of the
events.
pro-ams.
Yeah.
Before the
He had
four
one more
pros.
after him before they went into
On the listing,
No.
he was the last fight for amateur, is what
Yeah.
it said. So it was
Oh,
the 11
whatever.
amateurs.
Yeah.
He was the 11th, and then it was
Because
all
then
the
they
pro
had then
fights.
they had
Oh, that's
then
right.
they had the two pro fights, and then they had the
Jeez, you weren't
co-main
that
and the
drunk, were
main.
you?
I didn't drink a fucking. I don't know. I don't have it fucking memorized. But anyway, it's just
know.
amazing how as soon as his fight was done,
Yeah, everybody cleared.
They all left.
I was hoping to talk to everybody and maybe have a drink with them or something like that. And
Yeah.
everybody's fucking. We looked over there again. It's like
No, but Mike was there.
it's all gone.
I went up and talked to him. I didn't get to see TJ afterwards. I was waiting for him to kind of calm down. Everybody was
Mhm.
really on his back talking to him. So, but I went over there and talked to Mike Klaus, right? Is it Mike?
No, Sixel.
Mike Sixel, that's
Yeah.
it. And I congratulated him on the win and told him, I said, we're promoting the neutral ground site quite a bit, trying to share that stuff a lot. Because the only sad thing is, though, now that I see that, I want to do it.
What's that?
It's so
martial arts
bad.
place that opened up here?
Yeah, here in Point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at the
Let's go, Mark.
Just going fine.
they were at the
We're just recapping everything.
the
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Army Reserves building over there off of Jefferson Street until they found the location that they wanted. And I heard they had some problems with that too. They had city code come in and tell them they had to knock some walls down that they were
Well,
putting up for
they
privacy.
built up walls for a locker room,
Yeah.
and after they got it all built up, the building inspector came in and says they had to tear it down and move it because it was too far one way or another.
What a joke.
So they had like $800 invested in making that locker room, and then they had to tear everything down again.
What a fucking joke. But yeah, you get the itch, I was sitting there next to Tank watching it, and I wish Tank could be here tonight because I want to hear his take on it too. But he
Get his tank on it.
Yeah, get his tank on it. Not his taint, his tank. But I was sitting next to him, and him and I were talking back and forth about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it so sucks because he's like, you just want to get in there and be a part of it, And,
No, not really, not for me.
I mean, I was sitting there and I had my hands kind of between my legs and my knees, and I even do
You're
this
jerking
watching
off
a
in an
movie.
MMA match.
Yeah. No,
Can't take him anywhere.
No, you
Christ.
can't. You can't.
No wonder I was slipping.
Yeah, half naked.
I'm
guy.
glad he was two seats down for me then.
That's why it was sticky. And
No, it's you ever end up watching like an action film where there's a lot of fighting, and you notice
You're
yourself in
getting
your
tense, yeah.
chair, you start like tensing up, and you're moving your shoulders, your knees to the left, trying to like mimic what they're doing. I was doing that in the chair, and I slugged the Tank in the arm. I said, "This fucking sucks. Now I'm gonna have to go to that gym and try something because I had the itch to wrestle again and the itch to throw someone around, and I knew everything was going on. I saw it all happening like right away. Like when TJ was about to get into that arm, before it even happened, I said it. You might hear it on the video. I said it 5 times. I was like, "Get your arm out! Get your arm out! Get your arm out! Get your arm!" And he got it. I'm like, "Get your fucking arm out!" and-
He got caught up in a triangle there.
oh yeah,
well,
No, it was an arm bar.
arm bar.
He had him going for an arm bar.
Yeah,
He was
And-
down on his back.
well-
He had his arm in. The guy had his legs around his head. Like,
Well, yeah, but
to a point.
he
but,
was using his arms or he was using his legs to hold the arm bar in.
Yeah,
He was trying to turn him. He was trying to turn him, but then as TJ, well, the triangle actually goes up and around your head.
Yeah, he didn't get the legs
didn't even
around
get
the
the
head.
legs around the
He
head.
just had it like parallel with his arm.
Now you're getting into my because when TJ already had this guy going pretty good, and he was grounding and pounding him pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
he picked him up and dropped him a couple times.
But he slowed at one point, and he just gave that guy just enough time to grab
didn't
that
pull his arm out.
and pull his arm
He
down.
kept trying to push him down, and
Yeah, and then that's when
as
he
soon as
grabbed
his arm
into
went
it.
straight, he grabbed
And then he had him so tight at first that he tried to pick him up and pull him, hammer him down to the mat.
He did.
Like I said, I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't do it as good as that one guy did. but
Well, he
but
did
he
what
did
you
it.
got to do. I
Well,
guess.
but he did it a couple of times. But then he started dragging him, and then he took him, and he fell. And then that's when he was able to
rolled
get
out
out.
of it.
Then he was able to get out of it, and then he
Yeah,
got
but
back
that-
up on him and started grounding and
Yeah, but
pounding him.
that other
and it was-
neutral.
that was
who
it.
was that other guy from neutral ground that was there?
Oh,
He got fucking
Mark
Krawczyk.
No, it's Mark. It starts with an O. Can't think of-
Obremski.
Auschwitz or
Auschwitz.
something like
Auschwitz.
that.
Auschwitz.
No, he didn't
Auschwitz.
get hypnotized.
Anyway, no, he got fucked on that match because they pulled it out as a submissive hold, and all he had to do was take another a 180 roll on that guy, and he would have been out.
Oh, yeah,
And they
he
gave
was-
it to him, and I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" He didn't tap out, he didn't do nothing, and they gave it to
I
him.
didn't see him tap out.
I didn't see him tap
I did
either.
not see
And
him
he
tap
went to
out.
roll, and
And then the
I
guy
was so
called him.
pissed.
How long
I
was
was
he
so
held
pissed.
into it?
Not very long.
He wasn't in it that
You
long.
could tell he didn't have a good grip on it. Like I said, all he had to do was rotate
He was-
another 180
he was actually-
degrees, he would have been out.
He was working on it really hard, trying to
Yeah.
release that, and then all of a sudden the ref
I was
called
so
it.
pissed after that match. I was like, "This." is
You know,
fucking
the
joke.
Ironworks gym was really fucking running over everybody.
Yeah, they
that
did pretty
time.
good.
You know,
They
they
were
were
dominating.
dominant. It was like
as a team, they were
20
dominating.
second match had started it out, and then it seemed like everything on the right side of that fucking column for the list of the competitors seemed like everything on that right side was like dominating everything. And as soon as I saw TJ's fight coming up, it's like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
he's going against another Ironworks person. I said, I hope he can pull this off, you know.
he did a good job.
And he did.
He did good. He was pumped. He looked a lot more fit than a lot of those guys there. He
He had to drop
Controlled them.
14 pounds in a day.
really. I've done
And when
that.
he came in to work that day, like
He's dehydrated.
it was a Friday. He came in.
His cheeks are sunken.
He looked like he looked skinnier than me, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Smart.
that's what they do, and then they fill up after they weigh in. They
Yeah.
start pumping fluids in them and electrolytes and trying to get them pumped back up and rehydrated.
He just said he hates doing that. He says
Yeah.
it's his total hell. He goes,
Oh,
but
it plays havoc to the body.
I did it.
for
I
God's
did.
sakes.
I did 22 pounds in one day. All I did.
I can't even
got
fucking
out of-
gain 22 pounds.
I got out of
let alone pounds.
You might not believe this, but I got out of every class, and this was in junior high. I got out of every class, and all I did was run the halls with 5 layers of clothes on. I did that for a half an hour. I'd run the hall for a half hour. Then I'd go wrestle with my coach for a half hour. Then I'd go run. Yeah.
What with
Then
your
I'd
coach?
go. Then
For a
I'd
half
go.
hour?
Then I'd go run. I'd go run another half hour. Then I'd wrestle around for a half hour, run a half hour, and then it was up and down stairs, and it was jumping jacks. It was jump rope, all that stuff. And I had a sweatsuit on and 4 other layers. And all it was an exhale of breath that moved the scale. And you know what happened?
You farted.
No.
He
No.
blew up.
No, I get out on the mat to wrestle, and they find out that I finally made weight. They jump the guy up a weight class because he weighed, and I had a forfeit. So I lost 22 pounds for nothing.
Huh.
But I got 6 points out of it.
You got to wrestle with your coach for a half
Yeah,
hour.
for 12 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then I was in the bus. They got those heaters on the bus
Mhm.
underneath like the fourth to the last seat in the back. And I laid down on the floor right next to the heater, had the bus driver crank the heat, and everybody threw their coats on me, and I sat in there and I sweated the whole way to the thing, and yeah, it was 22 pounds in one day, man. It was fucking horrible.
Man.
Never did it again. Not after that.
They tell you to take the fucking jackets home and wash them after that?
It was everything I had on me. It was
Drippy.
it was horrible, man.
Looks like you just jumped out of it.
And that's not a smell. If you were to leave those clothes in the gym and in your locker, come back the next day or two, and that's not a smell you'll ever forget. The sweaty mat smell from wrestling or freestyle or folk style type wrestling, you'll never forget it.
Well, that's some good mushroom
second-
growing, huh?
Believe it or not, the mats get sanitized every time they get used. You got to go out there, and the wrestlers usually do it. You go out and you mop the mats up, and you get it all ready.
Oh, yeah,
No
you
shoes
pretty much
on the
have to.
mat, no nothing. You're in your socks because you don't want to get that cauliflower ear. You don't want to get any type of staph infection because staph infection will kill you.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You
I
can get
think
that
that's
just going to the gym.
I think that's probably like one of the worst looks to have, when you're a wrestler, having those big old fucking cauliflower ears.
Well,
Like Randy Couture,
when it comes
They
to
even give him shit on the movie about
Yeah.
that too.
when it comes to judo and taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, judo, and doing Greco-Roman style wrestling or freestyle wrestling, a long time ago they didn't have to wear the headgear. But now they have headgear that you're required to wear up until a certain point. But when it comes to freestyle and you're doing tournaments outside of the educational system, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And when you're on the mat running around, you get that infection, and boom, you get that cauliflower ear, and it never goes away. But most good wrestlers get it because they're driving their heads in a fucking mat and you're bumping heads with each other, you're rubbing sweat, you're getting people pimple shit on you, and I mean, it just.
The pink eye.
I've had shit on me, piss on me. I've had people. It just
90% of your cage fighters have cauliflower.
Oh yeah. Well, because they've done things prior in their lifetime.
So it looks like you just got done rolling around on a Snicker bar when you get done. Got peanuts hanging off your nose. And
some people, I mean, even in MMA and UFC, some of those guys, they'll go weeks without showering before their fight because they put that stink to their best use to their opponent.
Yeah.
Some people can't handle it, Hey, Jay Rogo. You can sit over here if you want.
Jay.
You can sit over here.
Come over there.
Ooh, thank you.
Another one added to the list
Red
here.
peppers.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, so, it was a pretty good time down in La Crosse,
We're not ignoring you, Mark.
No, that's fine.
I mean, even after we went down to the bars, after we took everybody to the motel room and went and hit the bars.
That was a good time. That was a good time.
That bar scene down there was not really for me.
I mean, it's really no different than going here.
Not for Gandalf, no.
Okay. I mean, the worst part of it was we go by one bar, and there's a girl passed out in the corner of this fucking bar when we got down there.
She was still there.
And she was still there when we left at 1:30.
And it was raining, and it was 40-something degrees.
It's like, God, can't these people... And the girl that was consoling her, why don't you just pick her up and take her fucking home? Why leave her sit there the whole fucking time?
Well, she's like a bowling ball. Just put your thumb in her ass.
They were still waiting for their guy.
I don't think so. She was in the same position when we walked down there at, it was a little after 11.
Yeah.
And we left by 1:15, heading back to the car, and she was still in the same fucking spot. Almost 2 more. It could have been, I guess. Oh my
it
God.
happens when you're not wearing any panties. You're suction cup to the ground.
You know what? I never really looked. I should have. Well, the only way to get a good look. I never did that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she's probably sitting there still waiting for the man to get, the guy, the hubby or the boyfriend or the dick or the prick to get out of the bar.
You saw that guy that was running around there during the fights there.
Mark did.
With the red pants that were like painted
on
with a big beard.
Yeah.
He had
the beanie hat.
He had the prettiest fucking toes I've ever seen out of a guy.
You would notice that.
Wow, out of everything there, you
out of all the muscles and the tight underwear in the cage, you're looking at the guy that stands with the nice toes.
Carrying around
me and Danny went out.
Third of her ass hanging out of her
me
shorts.
and Danny went out and had a cigarette in one of the breaks. And we were standing there, and then this guy was talking with like 3 girls and all this other stuff. And I just happened to look down. I don't know what made me think to look down. I looked down, and here's this guy's wearing flip-flops. And he's got the shiniest looking blue toes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I looked at Danny and I said, Danny, I says, right behind you, I says, there's a guy in red pants. I says, look at his toes. She looked down and she kind of looked at me and she said, oh my God. I mean, I think
from a predator or what? Jesus Christ.
Wow. The fuck is that?
You fuck a vagina up with that.
Wasn't this off of 7?
I was going to say, is that what he put on the end of his dick when he fucked her?
Oh, wow.
You're missing it, Mark. Now we need you.
That is pretty fucking wicked, man.
Yeah, I've seen that on Amazon. Like, I got to buy this for the shits and giggles.
Maybe we should take that when we go to Milwaukee, huh?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. Get you everywhere.
Wow.
You know what that looks like? That looks like the Tower of Sauron. The Black Tower. All you need is a fiery eye in the middle.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Mark, you're missing it.
Looks like a fucking raptor claw.
You were showing me those at work. I'm going, Jeremy, you do realize you can't have these at work.
Yeah, I can't turn a box.
They're considered a weapon.
So it's a pencil.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
A nice one. I like that one. That one's more for gutting. You missing it, Mark? We were just talking about you.
Holy shit.
You missed it, Mark. We were just talking about you.
That's neat.
Said wait here?
Yeah.
Jay Rogo brought some knives to the table.
Oh, I see that. No, I don't. The wife's sleeping upstairs. I'd bring mine. I got a Batman one.
Ooh.
It's a Batman-shaped one. It's got dual blades on it.
That's cool. Yeah.
Watch the finger come down and chop my
The wife
a
would
nice
like
one.
this one.
Yeah, but then you can use it as a kind of a
Brass knuckle type thing.
hopefully,
Well, that one's more for you could stick your finger in there.
In here?
Yep. And then you got the other end. The other end of it's got a nipple on it for breaking windows.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a cool one too.
Yeah, it has that window break.
I'd be leaving without no fucking fingers if I tried to shut that.
Well, just a little bit more about lacrosse. When we went down to lacrosse after the fight,
You're like in some of the like Lord of the Rings where it's like you're trying to get all the fucking knives out, and you're pulling another one out your fucking tape.
the Hobbit. That's the Hobbit.
Yeah, the
Hobbit 2. Yeah. The Decimation of Smoke.
Like, where else you got these things jammed up? That's pretty cool, man.
Plenty of pockets.
Anyway, so we were down in lacrosse, and after the fight, we decided to go downtown, and we were talking about that. But
Awesome.
I was looking for a bar that didn't have as many.
I'm kind of glad we did not
fucking-
go into that fucking
We were
porn one?
yesterday's.
Yeah,
we were all kind of sick of the crowd. So.
yeah. So I
It
saw
was
this.
called Brothers, by the way.
No, it was called Bootleggers.
Bootleg, no.
Yeah, Bootleggers
Oh yeah,
was
bootleggers.
both bars.
Yeah, bootleggers is one we.
Because they had all the pictures of Al Capone and all that stuff up on the
it's
walls.
bootleggers.
I thought it was Brothers.
So it was bootleg. But
Anyway.
He doesn't remember anything of that
you
night.
shut your
I don't.
fucking
He can't
hole.
remember a fucking thing.
I just was in a bar. I didn't fucking check the name
No,
out.
I didn't.
Because the reason why I thought it was Brothers because I was talking to.
Well, there was a bar that we were at that was called Brothers. We
Yeah.
ate there.
no, that was.
Oh no, that we didn't know.
See, he doesn't even fucking know where he ate.
That's right. Brothers was that other place. That we were looking.
That
at.
was Bodega.
Bodega
Brew-
is the one
yeah.
that we.
See, fucking, I know what I'm talking about.
No, we'll talk about bodegas, but hold on. So we found this bar that there really wasn't very many people in, and that's what we were looking for, something a little more quiet.
And
quaint.
that was
It was the Bootleggers.
Bootleggers.
Yeah, and Bootleggers was kind of two bars together. They were split
It was the
down
same
the
bar.
middle.
It was actually the same bar.
But one side was it's kind of like Butter's Brick House, kind of, but it had a dark side and a light side, and the light side was more like neon lights, and the dark side was like old-fashioned light bulbs that hung from the ceiling.
We got Batman. Holy
Holy
Batman!
fuck! Holy
Smiling.
Holy Robin
You know
Batman.
what? From the nose up, he looks like Batman, but from the nose down, he looks like the Joker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The fucking
Big ass
doctor.
grin.
The Dr. Jekyll
Oh,
and Mr.
that's a
Oh,
good.
there you
that's a good
go.
one.
Four eyes.
You won't punch your forehead. Yeah.
You would punch somebody with glasses, would you know?
So we walk into this bar and there was a band playing, and it was just the three-piece band, and well, really it was
It was a
two-piece band.
Sonic
No,
Sonic Duo or something like that, or
Ultra-
Ultrasonic Duo.
Ultrasonic Duo.
But there was three people in the
Yeah,
band.
and one guy was playing with his cojones.
It's like the Lone Rangers, and
Yeah.
you're not really
he was
alone. are
playing.
you?
A
What
cajone.
Airheads.
It was a drum box called a cajone.
was it called?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we were talking,
about is, well, maybe that's where the term "playing with your cojones" came from.
and he goes, "I bet you that's where it is."
Yeah.
It's sold down by your asshole.
But it was really cool because they were kind of like a folk band, country-ish style folk band, but they were playing they played Billy Idol's White Wedding acoustically,
Yeah.
kind of country-ish, and they were doing Pink Floyd and Johnny Cash.
And
a
here
bunch of
you're
other
out
stuff.
there screaming, "Hey, play this, play that!" And they're fucking playing it, and I yell fucking a Kiss song. Nope, we're done.
Yeah, this is our encore. We can't do that one. But it was pretty cool because they came right up to us afterwards, started talking to us, and I think what we should do is we should get them a gig at Mulligan's, and we'll have a Dixon Cider show live. Dixon Cider show presents these guys. Get them up here, and then we'll interview them and whatnot.
Dixon Cider's Cojones tour.
Yeah, cojones tour. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, definitely. But they were really cool. They want to check out the podcast. They want to come up to this area. They've
Mhm.
never been here, so hopefully we can get them up. So
Yeah.
we're gonna put some of their songs on the podcast. So yeah, the cojones
We
too.
could do that.
Playing with our cojones.
Is his mic on?
Yeah, it's on. He's
Is
just
it?
not close
Oh,
enough. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not deep
Right
throating the mic.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
Because I'm doing this all the time.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool too. We had to spill the fucking beer.
I went for this thing.
Well,
and I
just
hit the
because it's
beer.
drop dead blonde doesn't mean you got to drop it.
Yeah, really. On the table, you don't need to shim the fucking blonde.
Don't do
Jesus.
that. Don't go down the hole.
I like going down the hole. I don't know about you. As long as it isn't a hole of a man with blue fucking toes.
Yeah, after that whole excursion on going back to Rapids and Point area, we had a little mishap with Chase as we went for lunch. I don't know if you guys overheard what happened.
No, I didn't hear that. So we get back into town?
Well, I got back into town. We were hungry, so
Are
we
you playing with a
stopped.
fleshlight over there, Mark?
Yeah.
All right.
We stopped over at
That's where yours went to, huh?
we stopped over at Pizza Hut, me, the wife, Chase, and his girlfriend, and we ordered a bunch of food up and ordered some of these boneless wings. And Chase is like starving, so he grabs a whole boneless wing, puts the whole thing in his mouth. And
choking.
shortly after that, he's fucking choking on the fucking chicken.
Oh no! Did you Heimlich his ass?
Well, at first I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I mean, his eyes were like wide as saucers and everything, and his girlfriend's like, "Oh my god!" She's like fucking flipping out on me, and it's like, well, what the fuck? And I started putting my finger down his throat to see if I could try to get the chicken out. And he
worst thing to do.
Well, anyway, that was the only thing I could think of. I mean, she was already on his back, and I couldn't even really get in there. And this other guy from the birthday party, there was like a little kid's birthday party going on.
Yeah.
That's got to be traumatic for the kid, seeing some kid choking at the birthday party. But finally got him to cough it up right there at the table and took him in the bathroom.
Was he coughing at all?
Yeah. He said he could breathe, and it was stuck.
Okay.
So I took him back
the worst
in the
case
bathroom.
scenario there is you don't want to pat him on the back because that'll make him breathe in and push it down farther.
It worse.
Well, we got it out.
So
he.
But I mean, the
spit
good
up
thing
whatever
is
was
he
in
could
there.
breathe. It's stuck in his throat.
But he didn't want to come back out. He was dead. I'm embarrassed. I don't even want to go out there.
Oh,
I said, it's nothing you can help. I said, you just got to kind of slow down.
He gags on Jello and he gags on chicken wings. Didn't he gag on Jello at a movie theater and puke?
At a movie theater?
Yeah, in a Jello cup. In a Jello cup.
When do they serve Jello at a movie theater?
No, he took it with him. He had it with him.
No.
I thought he puked in a Jello cup. That's why he eat Jello.
No.
Huh?
No. He won't eat popcorn.
Oh, maybe that's it. He won't eat Jello either.
No, he won't eat Jello.
Neither will Chase.
Yeah, he likes Jello.
Really?
Yeah. He don't like Jello.
All right.
But anyway, no, that's the
Get your
first
shit
thing.
straight.
That's the first thing he's kind of
I
choked
swear to
on.
Christ, he wouldn't eat Jello because he puked in a cup.
No.
That's him.
No, he doesn't.
He won't eat popcorn because he fucking barfed up popcorn because it was too buttery that time.
Too buttery?
Yeah.
He choked on a piece of hard candy when you was little.
Shit, that kid's choked on a lot of shit.
Not everything.
Thank God he's not choking on dick.
That's what I was saying. He doesn't choke on everything.
That was his first experience with hard candy, though, when he was just a baby.
Yeah.
But even before we went to this fight, too, I actually took Chase driving.
Oh, really?
He got his temps, so he
License
took
to
him.
drive.
He drove all the way from Rapids down 54. Pretty easy.
Oh, so
straight
interstate
shot.
stuff.
Uh-oh.
He did some lane changes and stuff
Another
like that.
idiot on the road.
But he did really well until we got into town.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
He took corners at 25 miles an hour. I'm going, buddy, you got to slow down a little bit more than that.
That's when you wish you had that driver's ed brake in the passenger side.
I said, well, the first time we got on 54, we were turning on that road, I think that's Foremost Road, right before St. Bronislava Church.
Yeah.
He slowed down good there, but he almost dumped the median. And then when we got over in the back road off of Porter going to Walmart, that's the road he took 25 miles an hour on the fucking corner.
Yeah.
And he was in the opposite lane, and I mean, he was lucky there was not a car sitting there parked.
Oh, yeah, you would have nailed him.
White
Yeah.
green tape on your car
Yep.
that says student driver.
It's crazy shit. But
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I see all those student driver cars have that now.
Yeah.
Green tape.
Yeah, but see, the thing is a lot of them aren't school student drivers anymore. They have to pay for private
Yep.
to do it. You can't do it through school anymore. I think Rapids may be one of the only ones that still does.
Wait till you're 18.
That's what I'm doing, making my boys wait till they're 18.
Only 20 bucks.
Yeah. It's only $20. Yeah.
No.
I learned the hard way.
Here's the keys. Go and drive.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good weekend. That was a good time down in La Crosse. I had a good time. It was a nice area. I've never really ever been there. Hit up we hit up that antique shop and the Pearl Street bookstore and that book, How to Speak Like a Wookiee. I should have bought that.
I'm afraid you didn't. I
Yeah.
seen you playing the video.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, you
I
didn't
was
really-
gonna.
You didn't play my comment, you fuck. You didn't start recording it until after. Oh, this is the last one. About that one where you hit the button, it sounded like you giggling and laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like you.
I gotta go
fucking
back there. I gotta take the wife there. I want her to see the antique shop. So
Yeah, but there was some stuff in there that was so priced so freaking high.
yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
I have a.
They had a couple of those jewelry cases that they revolved, like this, button this here to go up and down. They had one of those old LED Timex watches in there it was an orange one with all orange plastic. They wanted $175 for that.
Yeah, it's pop art.
You didn't find a
It's
swatch
pop
in there?
culture.
Shit.
No Swatch?
Well, we were remember the bookends that we saw? Remember the bookends we saw? I was like,
They were
I've got
130
these.
bucks. We're
117.
117.
And I've got those upstairs right now. Holding
You
up
got
my
them in a
Blu-rays.
rummage sale for what?
No, I got them from my mom. I've never had to
yeah?
pay for them. But I was at a rummage sale today. They had another pair that was almost identical to that, and he was selling them for $5. And I
picked them up.
Well, I was gonna, but I was like,
And I
you know
made
what?
an easy couple $100 there.
And then I looked at him. I says, you know, I saw that exact same set in La Crosse at an antique shop for $117. His eyes got real big. I says, yeah, you might want to think before you sell them for $5.
I'd have bought them for $5.
I didn't need them. It's
That's not the idea.
You could have sold them to him for $100.
I could have.
No, because I knew no.
Hey, you would have had a $17 discount.
We ended up getting Natalie something there, Chase's girlfriend. We found her. She's in the Turtles and everything. So we found her a
Turtles,
pin.
huh? Okay.
And wouldn't fucking believe the fucking hoops they have you go through just to get that fucking item out. Because you have to go find the lady there.
Yeah.
Say, well, I want to get some assistance in the back by a display case. You got to know what fucking color it is, what number everything is, what color key code it is, so they can go open the fucking box up. Then they take you all the way in the front. They ask for your fucking semen sample, and then they put then they write on a fucking laminated card.
Yeah.
They swipe your taint with it and stick it in a bag, and you got to take it downstairs. I mean, I
wonder how many dresses in there have fucking semen still in them.
And here Danny thought we were gonna cool bag with it. She goes, oh fuck, they're gonna take it back. She goes.
That was a nice story. The three huge stories of a huge building, old building. I mean, you'd have to say what, at least 8,000 square feet, with the basement and the upstairs.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't go upstairs.
Upstairs.
I should have bought that Millennium
went
Falcon. Is what I should have done. The Micro Machine Millennium Falcon. That was pretty fucking cool.
I wouldn't say 8,000. I would probably say more close, like about
5,
6,
maybe 5,
5.5 to 6,000
A lot
square
of
feet.
It's
space.
huge.
It was a lot. It was
huge.
You know, I would say about 2,000 square feet per
Yeah,
level.
it makes the one here in Point look kind of small.
The problem is you got to watch it with those antique shops though, because they sometimes take a beat up item, and they put a price on it from a book that's for brand new.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you really, to get a really good bargain from the antique stores, you've got to be looking for something specific. Otherwise, you could get taken to the cleaners easy if you know your stuff. I mean, that's like me with movie soundtracks and vinyls. I'm a cheap bastard. And there's some vinyl out there where I look at it and I go, someone's selling this for $5, and I got the same exact one in better condition for $1 at Goodwill. You know, you've got to kind of know what you're looking for in those antique stores, or know the collection of items when you're buying it, because otherwise it's just like at a sci-fi convention. They mark everything up or go for a new price when you're looking at it.
They bring it up so you can
They
haggle with you.
Well, they want to make a profit though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't really haggle in an antique shop because those people are like commissioning those areas.
It's like the nice is new of most of those antique shops is that one person's running a shop, but they have many different people who have co-signed. They're basically putting their stuff on display there, and so the money goes to those people.
Yeah, and they kind of call it out. You kind of got like little blocks of areas that are certain people's, and they get to kind of design it the way they want it to look.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of tell, like when you go in the basement at the Nice is New here in Point, they've got all these areas, but they're all kind of, like I said, cubicled out, and not with cubicle walls, but they're all squared out.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, so each person has their area, and you can tell each area is kind of more specific to a certain type of thing. And some places are, have more like beer signs and beer glasses, or jewelry, and then some people have like old-fashioned like military or It's pretty neat. I go there. I'd say 3 times a month. I just walk around and look. There's so much shit you can never see it all in once.
Oh, the antique store downtown, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a nice store. I met the owner. He's a nice guy too.
That's where I got my Return of the Jedi vinyl. I actually paid a little extra. It was a storybook, Return of the Jedi, and it had the original poster in it, so it made it worth the $7.
Wow. Definitely $7. You could probably get away with a lot more for that.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be kind of cool to still have some of the shit you had when you were younger. I haven't enjoyed it. Yeah, I still have my collection of figurines, from Star Wars, the original movie trilogy.
Don't you have a lot of that shit over at Pilot's house?
No.
I thought you had all your StarCrafts and stuff.
I got rid of all that fucking big shit. I had to restore it. So I got all the figures, and that's about it.
Problem with the Star Wars stuff, though, is after the re-release with the special edition, all that stuff dropped in value, like, big time. All the Han Solos and everything. I mean, now it's harder to find someone to buy those originals because they can get almost the exact same figure now in the store.
Yeah.
It's a shame because you had all those people during the prequels buying like grocery shopping carts full of action figures, and now you look on eBay, they can't sell them for $3. So
yeah.
Well, in 1,000 years, they'll probably be worth money.
There you go.
Well, I mean, they may start to categorize them out. Things that were made in the 70s, 80s,
Originals,
and things
new
that are
originals.
made in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck half that. The stormtroopers. How they fucking the white plastic turns yellow on some of that stuff. I don't know if it was just the shitty type of plastic back then. I don't know if that's newer stuff does it.
That's a good plastic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't like the new plastic.
New plastic feels.
The old plastic. There's something about the older toys that feel better. They look better. Something about them. The quality of them is a lot better.
They're more durable.
Yeah, more durable. I go in the stores, they're made in Malaysia or some other place. Now they're made in China, and it's like fucking. You go in the store and you look at it, and it's all the same shit. It's just like I don't want that. I want something more original, regular.
Drop it on the floor, it shatters. You take an old one, drop it, kick it.
Yeah, it'll bounce 3 fucking times because it's that rubbery plastic. It's not that fucking hard plastic,
Yeah.
Though G.I. Joes don't age too well. I got about a few of my original G.I. Joes, and the little rubber band in them has deteriorated.
Oh, yeah.
They had those rubber band bodies inside.
Yeah, dry out, yeah.
Now you got pieces to a guy.
Yeah.
Well, they got a little screw on them, though. You can't.
The explosion.
I have repaired a couple, though. I mean, you can take the screw off them and repair them.
Yep.
You remember that house over by Robinson Park that my mom and I used to live in?
Yeah.
I found out the other day my mom only paid like $16 or $60 a month to live there.
Wow.
Oh, well, it was only a 2-room house.
Yeah, it wasn't very big. Anyway, that tree that was out in the front, that arborvitae type tree that looked like Pac-Man after I got done with it? I guarantee you we could probably go over there with Tank's metal detector. We could probably find maybe 30, 40 G.I. Joes buried in the ground. Because I did the burial. Every time somebody died, they got buried.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to that tree, I've been to that house, and I showed my wife that, and I says, oh, yeah, I did this here. I was talking about all this shit, and I went up to the tree one day. I jumped out of the car. I said, I got to see if the rope is still there that holds the branch that I broke. And there's a blue vinyl rope that's grew, the tree grew around it and everything on the branch because my mom complained that not my mom, her friend Lori lived in the trailer across the street, complained that the tree looked like Pac-Man. Yeah. So I went and grabbed a rope and tied the branch up so it didn't look like Pac-Man no more because there's a big old wedge out of the tree.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of G.I. Joes buried under that fucking tree.
Yeah, it looked like a toy store in the back of my house. I had every time I was trying to get rid of some of those mounds of dirt in my backyard, I'd find a Skeletor or a fucking Aladdin fucking character buried. I don't know.
Matchbox.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like tons of shit buried back there.
Yeah,
I even found a Star Trek figurine for him. It was a black guy, I think.
I fucked up so many toys though. You remember the old commercial with Tonka? It's strong. It's built to last, and you can't break it. And they got the metal. My mom's like, give a Tonka to my kid, he'll fucking break it. Because I did. I broke everything.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, a lonely trooper.
Yes.
You got to bring that back, Mark.
And he's all white.
Yes,
he's got fucking Giannis going on.
He's got a little yellow into him, but not much. No.
I got the original Leia with from the speed bike sitting here somewhere.
I like your Padme over there with the nipples.
Yeah, hot, isn't she? That's one of the rare Unleashed characters that they came out with, the statuettes, the 12-inchers. And that's actually pretty high price. They're going for like $60-$70 right now.
Yeah.
How are their nips, Jay? It actually has nips.
You can almost see them from here.
Yeah.
You poke your eyes out with those things.
You probably rubbed them flat anyways.
No.
Yeah.
Licked them straight.
I did not titty fuck.
Maybe. You know.
Every time he walks out of here, he rubs it for good luck.
It's over there going, honey badger, honey badger.
Speaking of Honey Badger, and Mark, did you pick up Call of Duty Ghosts or not? I saw you were playing Black Ops 2 the other day.
My kids, I tried to talk the kids into using their Christmas gift cards for Call of Duty Ghosts, but they wanted Black Ops 2 because they wanted the zombie fighting.
Oh, they didn't want the alien one instead?
No, they went with the zombie one. So
Bring
it
them
was
over here and let them play mine, and they'll be going back to the store.
it was cheaper too. So they looked at that because then they could get 2 games. So my one son got Arkham Origins and Dishonored, and then my other kid got Black Ops 2 and Assassin's Creed 3.
Well, there you go.
So
Those are all
Yeah,
pretty
we
good
just
games,
picked
too.
up the Arkham Original, the Origins.
I gotta
Got
get
for
that one,
Aiden
yeah.
for his birthday present. So.
Arkham Origins isn't bad. I mean, it was made by a different company, but they really tried to make it feel like the same, the first 2. So I kind of like that they.
Yeah, I like the first 2 pretty good.
Mark Hamill does the voice for the Joker in those.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, Arkham City was the last one he did the voice for.
Yep.
That was actually the last time he did the Joker voice. He said that was going to be the last time.
Yeah, due to Star Wars coming up.
Well, yeah, he didn't say it at the time, but now everybody's going, oh, because you're going to be working on Star Wars.
They finally released the cast, right?
Yeah.
Secrecy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Yeah, Episode 7, the cast has been released and announced, and they did that early because people saw Hamill and Carrie Fisher together in London, along with Harrison Ford, so rumors went rampant, so they immediately did some damage control and said, here's the cast list.
Shut up now, leave us alone.
Yeah, basically.
So
And
who's all in there besides the obvious?
Well, there's the 3. So you've got Hamill, Fisher, and Ford back. You also have Anthony Daniels back, as well as the guy for R2-D2, Warwick Davis. He's back.
Oh, I thought that was Kenny Baker.
Or Kenny Baker, I'm sorry, not Warwick. You got Chewie's back.
You okay?
Yep, he's back.
They actually paid for his knee surgery to get knee surgery done.
And then they've got a few new folks. One of them is the guy from Attack the Block. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I've never seen that. I know. Yeah.
That's a good movie if you haven't seen it. Oh, it's a British film.
British
Attack
Alien
of the Block?
thing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, the guy who played the kind of gang leader in that guy, he's in it, Star Wars.
The black kid.
Yeah, the black guy.
Yeah, this guy right here, you can see his face kind of.
He's in there. Max von Sydow, who's not pictured in the cast, he's in it. And they've got a few new folks as well whose names I didn't quite recognize because they're newer people.
John Bayago, Daisy
Yeah.
McKee, Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac, Andy Serkis, Don.
Oh,
Mel
Andy
Gleason.
Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is probably going to play like every motion captured alien in this movie.
Unless Gollum's gonna fucking cross over to the fucking Star
Yeah.
Wars universe.
Max von Sydow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the black guy, right?
No.
No. The first name you read is the black guy.
Oh, that's right. Yes. John-
Max von Sydow is the guy who played Ming the Merciless in Flash Gordon.
Yes.
And he also played the king in Conan the Barbarian. He's the one that hires Conan and his 2 buddies to go get his daughter
I know
from
that
Tulsa
guy.
Duel.
Yeah.
Doom. I watch way too many movies, dear God. But yeah, I was happy to see that he's in it. He's probably going to be a bad guy, I suspect, just because of who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's about damn
That
time.
Adam
Well-
Driver almost looks like what's his face?
There's a big
I know.
there's a big hoopla now on the internet though that J.J. Abrams missed.
That one picture, he looked like this other guy that I.
Oh, okay.
J.J. Abrams missed the mark in not having a more gender diverse cast, and that he didn't have more female leads. So that the internet kind of exploded after they showed the cast list because everybody was like, "Oh, well, he missed the opportunity to, put in a few more female cast members in there," and there's two camps. There's people who are saying there should have been more female cast members in there, and there's others saying Star Wars has only had one or two, always only had one or two.
There's not very many. I mean, if you really think about the storybook lines, and if they're going to go with the Thrawn, you really only have maybe two.
Nope, they're not doing expanded universe. Expanded universe has been labeled as legend and not canon. I don't know if you saw that article recently, but yep, all the books and everything, any extra stuff that's not movies is not canon. So all the extended universe stuff, not canon.
Oh, that sucks.
They recently declared that. They declared that last week, I think.
Do you think they'll work it in the background though?
What I'm suspecting is you're going to see similar storylines, nothing that refers to it directly, but if people are familiar with the extended universe, they're probably going to go, oh, they're doing this, or they're doing something similar to this. I mean, people are speculating from that cast picture that they have that the one girl, the April, what's her name? I forgot her name, but anyway, she's, huh? Not O'Neill. Don't even bring that movie up.
Turtle.
That's a whole nother rant. That she's going to probably be playing Hans and Leia's daughter.
Yeah,
just from the way people are.
Jason Jacinda, I think. I think it's Jacinda. I can't remember.
Yeah, the way they're all positioned. So people are speculating already, and like I said, there's people that are throwing a fit about a lack of strong female roles in Star Wars, which it's never been, and I can see both sides of the camp. It's actually a hot topic right now in general on how most sci-fi you would believe that in the future all aliens are Caucasian males and very few females, because a lot of the sci-fi stories are male, strong, main characters, and most of them are Caucasian. So, I mean, Star Trek actually had one of the most diverse groups, I think, of leads of a sci-fi series.
Yeah, they're talking about Daisy Ridley playing the daughter of Han Solo.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a hot topic right now, and it all got riled up further with the cast listing and everybody going, there's only one or two leads that are female in Star Wars, and many people are saying J.J. Abrams just missed the mark where he could have made a few more strong female leads. And I see their point. It is true. He could have. He could have gone out and done something a little bit different. But on the other hand, too, Star Wars...
I think the females he's going to have in it alone, and you can't expect that this whole cast that he just talked about is going to be the only people showing up on the screen.
Well, apparently he's still looking for one more female lead, so that would put two or
have more
three...
male leads and bridesmaids. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, really.
I see both sides of the story. I don't take either side. Outside of, I do see the point where, yes, most sci-fi is pretty male Caucasian dominant. Has been for ages. It's been a complaint since sci-fi's been made. So that's what always makes those movies like Alien and Aliens more special, because you always have that. You have that strong female cast. I mean, Aliens. Cripes, you think about there's not a huge female cast, but all the females in that cast are strong, down to Newt. I mean, Newt pretty much, she's a survivor. You got Sigourney Weaver's character, Ripley, she's badass. You got Vasquez and the other female Marine who are more badass than the guys.
Yeah.
I mean...
And Vasquez is carrying around that big-ass gun, that fucking...
Yeah.
Yep, that Gatling gun.
Yeah, she was one of the two heavy gunners.
Yeah.
So...
It was the other gunner. It wasn't a Baldwin, it was...
No, I know he's been in a couple movies.
I never liked him.
Well, what's funny is a good...
brother in Weird Science.
No, that's Bill Paxton you're thinking of. You're thinking of Hudson?
Yeah, Hudson, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he wasn't a heavy gunner, though, in Aliens.
Heavy gunner,
He wasn't a heavy gunner.
No?
But odd enough is three of those actors that were in Aliens were in the vampire film After Dark.
Lance Henriksen and Vasquez.
Yep, the girl who played Vasquez, Bill Paxton, and Lance Henriksen were in the vampire film that was directed by Kathleen, by the woman who,
The Twilight chick.
No, by the Hurt Locker, who directed the Hurt Locker. She directed the vampire film, actually. Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, Bigelow, yeah.
Catherine Bigelow. She directed actually the vampire film that had the three of them in it, and they did it right after Aliens, I do believe.
Yeah.
They made that film, and so it's just interesting that cast went together like that.
Nice.
But I'm full of useless knowledge. Sorry.
Private Hudson, yeah.
Yeah, Near Dark. That's what it's called. Not After Dark. Near Dark was the film. Yeah, and she did Point Break as well. She directed that. But yeah, Near Dark was made just after Aliens.
And just recently, she did Zero Dark 30 too.
Yep, she did Zero Dark 30 as well.
Did Godzilla
Not the
come
sequel
out yet?
to that, but Zero Dark 30 also.
Did Godzilla come out yet?
No. Godzilla is May 16th.
All right, we're
There you
going
go.
right. Midnight matinee.
Well, I don't think they're going to be doing a midnight showing in Point, but I'm going to the Friday showing sometime because I'm so looking forward to that film. That's like the film for me. That's the one I don't want to suck out of all the others. Actually, I just did my.
Just fondle the balls a little bit, you know. They probably do that, right? But not just totally suck.
That's right. As long as I got big old Godzilla fighting big monsters, that's all I'm really looking for. And I gotta edit it yet, but I just recorded my review for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So.
You go. Well, actually, that came out today.
Yeah, that came out last night, really, but I saw it today.
How was it?
It was good. It was entertaining. I had a few issues with it. There's a number of people out there that are just praising it as this is just a phenomenal film, which is cool, and there's others that are shredding it, and I enjoyed it. I think they
have that though.
You
always have that.
You always have people
Select
that do
few
that.
love it and some that hate it. You just gotta be a
Just
personal
want to
judge.
bitch for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's a reviewer. What the hell do they know? Freaking reviewers.
Good thing you're not one.
Yeah, I know, right? God. Guys don't know shit. Bunch of opinionated bastards, I tell you, those reviewers. But no, I enjoyed it. I like it. It's Sony. The problem is they're trying to do what Marvel Studios is doing, and I know it's Marvel, but it's Sony that owns the Spider-Man rights. Just like it's Fox, I think, owns the X-Men rights.
Yeah.
That's why you won't actually see any of the Marvel Studio release films actually refer to them as mutants, because they don't have the rights for the film to actually refer to them as mutants.
What a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's all that problem with that licensing that they had.
I heard they were putting an X-Men. Was it an X-Men trailer?
The after credit sequences doesn't have anything to really do even with Spider-Man. It's an X-Men. It's an X-Men plug. It's a short like featurette featuring a scene with Mystique, which I'm not complaining about. Anything about a blue half-naked chick, but she's
getting a runoff on that too. I heard she's got a movie deal coming out with that. She's gonna pull a runoff on that.
A spin-off, you mean?
Yeah, a spin-off, yeah.
Oh, I thought the Blue Planet was running off.
Chick from Hunger Games,
Jennifer
Lawrence. She's gonna get a spin-off to do that.
To do her own Mystique.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk right now about the fact that they allowed X-Men and Sony and Fox are talking.
Right.
Scratching each other's testicles right now. And
they've got to do something to compete with Marvel Studios proper, because Marvel Studios is kicking everyone's ass right now. And they've got movies planned out till 2028, I think. They've got an entire game plan for the entire universe.
Mark, he's got a question about Marvel.
What about?
I've seen something on the internet about
Suck that mic.
Marvel Civil War.
That they're talking about. Everybody's suspecting that the Marvel Civil War is going to be not the next one, but that's coming up. They think they're going to work that in there.
It's Civil War anyway.
Well, no, Civil War from the comics, my understanding, I'm not a big comics guy, but the comics, basically, the government creates a bill to where all masked vigilantes have to register and show their true identity. And so some of the superheroes are for that and no problem, and some of them aren't. And it's during that storyline in the comics that Captain America gets offed. So a lot of people...
Good thing you put the D at the end.
So a lot of people think because... what's his name? Evans says that he may be done with Captain America after the third Avengers film, I think. A lot of people think they might be going towards the Marvel Civil War storyline so that they can take care of him. But that's just all speculation. No one knows for sure.
You know, it's kind of funny how some actors, they do like 2 roles of superheroes, because you got Chris Evans played the Human Torch. Now he's Captain America. Now you got Ben Affleck that did Daredevil. Now he's Batman. You know, how many other ones have done that?
Oh, yeah, but what's his name? He did Deadpool. He was
you're
also
talking about
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't it X-Men coming out with a new one called
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past?
He actually did 3 that time. He did the Blade character.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was in Blade as well.
Yeah, everybody forgets Blade was a comic.
Help us out here, Mark.
Van Wild.
No, you're thinking of
Brain dead.
Put a mic, put a mic in our face and.
Blade, like Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3.
Blade 3. It was Blade 3.
in Blade 3.
Yeah.
He was in Blade 3.
Why can't I remember his name?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes.
That's
Yeah, he did 3 of them. But I don't even know if that was really...
probably the only guy in this
that
world
probably
I'd take
wasn't
a dick
even
in the
really
ass from.
anything that was a major character in any of the comic books anyway. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, no, but I mean, in general, you're right. He's been in 3. I think he's been in 1 more.
I don't know. I think
No, Ryan Reynolds, he's done 3. He did Deadpool, Green Lantern, and he was a character from
talking
the
about
graphic novels of Blade.
Character as well.
They're talking about a lot. Comic books are the thing now, and that's where they're pulling all their movie ideas from. So
unfortunate, because all these independent films that
I don't know. I'm
Lay
kind
to
of
the
getting
wayside.
sick and tired of Spider-Man. I mean, they've got. I mean, how many more times can they rewrite and redo Spider-Man?
well,
Or even
I'm just so tired of having it rewritten over 400. I mean, Jesus Christ! The first Batman or Spider-Man came out, then they had Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Now, amazing!
well, you
Amazing
got the
Spider-Man. How much more can they really put into a freaking story?
I mean, you could say that about comics too. How
Talk
many Batmans can you
about
make? Killing
bleeding the fucking cow dry here. I mean, Jesus Christ!
Well, they'll
you
make
can't
3
do no
Amazing
more.
Spider-Mans, and they'll come back called the Web Slinger.
God.
well, what it all comes down to is licensing.
Fantabulous.
Yeah, they have to do something.
The reason you're getting
Badger Spider-Man. He just
Sony don't want to give
shit.
Sony don't want to give out the
right. The reason why you're getting so
then
many
bring back all
remakes.
these other characters. Don't bring back the same freaking character over and over and over and over again.
True.
Well, that's
I mean,
what
how many
everybody
freaking
knows.
characters does Marvel have? There's a lot out there. Why don't you start bringing those in instead
But
of
Sony doesn't own the rights for that. They only own the rights for Spider-Man, and if they don't make
shit?
if they don't make a film in so many years or use that property, they lose the rights to it. And then, I mean, I know Marvel would love to have Spider-Man back, but Sony's not going to take it because comic books films are making money. Spider-Man makes them money. They're not.
I'm just so tired of seeing it over and over and over again. It's just like,
So they don't watch it.
you know.
Cartoons and
I haven't seen either of the new ones. I'll wait till they're on DVD for
I mean,
$1.
40% of that new movie, the new one of Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, 40% of it, it's all CG anyway.
Almost every movie.
I mean,
Episode 7 claims they are using a lot more practical effects, which we'll have to wait and see.
I would like to see a lot more movies go back to more of the practical.
I would too.
Then, I mean, if they have to use CG for like backgrounds or something like this, what was it? They had a thing on YouTube, and I was watching.
Matte paintings.
There was a kid.
Yeah, matte paintings. A lot of Indiana Jones.
No. There was a
type stuff.
kid that won the back behind the scenes for Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know what contest he did, but he had the chance to sit down with some of the directors and the writers and the producers and pick their brain because he wants to be a producer or director or whatever it is. And they asked him, well, I didn't think you guys filmed in New York. And the producer says, we didn't film in New York. It took us 6 months to build a screen stage, Kentucky,
Make it
and
look like New York.
and we use CG on green screens to look like we were in downtown New York.
Yeah.
You know, at Times Square. That's when Spider-Man stopped a police car from smashing in the guy and threw it and all this other stuff. That whole big fight scene, that was all CG. Because they, you know.
Doesn't it ruin it for you?
Yeah, it does.
Because you really wish it's like in World War Z when
because it's
they're
just
downtown
not giving,
and all the people are running and it's like, you know, it's CG, but it looks so fucking real. Sometimes you're like, how the fuck could they film that?
I mean, if they could take a movie, and I mean, there's certain things you can't really do. Special effects,
like stop a car with your hands. Yeah,
well, I mean, there's certain things you just can't do. I mean, there's certain things you just can't do. Which, yeah, I could see doing a CG to make it more believable, but to
then your Star Trek movies wouldn't even exist.
Well, a lot of that's not CG, though. The backgrounds, most of those backgrounds were CG.
The stage.
They still film the ships just like they did before. It was a model that came up toward the camera, and then they used the background.
Not some of the newer shit.
Well, but I'm just saying.
I was just saying not the new ones. The new ones.
The one with JJ.
You know, the Starship Enterprise is fucking doing this on a fucking string. Well, fucking hyperspace. Well,
I'm not talking about the first time they did a special effects. I mean, they've come a long way with special effects. But I mean, why? You know, I mean, like in Blade 3. When you see Blade being tossed around and thrown around and hit the ground, that was all CG.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
You get that in Harry Potter, too. I mean, there's some of the Quidditch stuff is all...
I mean, I have seen movies where they've actually take actors or stand-ins or whatever else, and they're pulled by string into... they can make it...
And they still do...
Taking
Star Wars is building sets.
They still do that. Just not as much because you have too much... The problem is nowadays, back then during the practical effects, let's just say the insurance wasn't as high. They let the actors do a little more. I mean, Harrison Ford did most of his own stunts, but by Last Crusade, they stopped him because the cost in the budget for insurance, should something happen to him, was just too high. It's just, I mean, that's what they're doing now, is they're using CGI because it's safer and they can do more with it. Granted, yes, it does take away a little bit from some of the realism, but the CGI is better. I still think CGI has a purpose and a place. Like, for instance, the scene you're talking about with Times Square, if you see the film, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you can see why they did that on the green screen that they did, because what they do in that scene, the sheer budget it would have cost to shut down Times Square to do that shoot would be huge. So I can see why they're doing it, and I think CGI has its place, but I think when it comes to spaceship models, when it comes to stuff like that, I think you could use models, and that's why I'm kind of excited with Episode 7, because J.J. Abrams said they're going back to using more practical models for the spaceships, which is awesome. And they're going to be filming it on digital film. They're not going to be filming it digitally like they did the prequels. They're actually using film stock. It's digital film stock, but it's still film stock that they're going to be using. So they've kind of gone back the other way with it because they wanted to have the feel of the original film.
High-def versions of the 3 original Star Wars look 1,000 times better than the new 3 episodes that came out.
The Blu-ray I wasn't impressed with, but
you didn't like the quality?
The Blu-ray, no.
On the original Star Wars?
No, the Blu-ray version that they did, they really screwed up the transfer, and the DVD looks better because all they did with the Blu-ray, now I'm talking about the original trilogy. I'm not talking about special ed version that they cleaned up.
The original.
The original that they did as an extra on the Blu-ray to shut the fans up. All they did was take the DVD transfer and put it to the Blu-ray. Is basically all they did with it.
Looks good though.
It looks on the Blu-ray box set.
I couldn't.
They actually have the original version on there.
Yes, as an extra. It's on the extra.
Cool. I didn't even know that. I own it and I haven't even watched it yet.
You haven't watched it? Oh
no.
Fuck.
Well,
Sunday
you can do that on Star Wars Day.
When they end up with Luke and C-3PO's getting a bath, and then they're doing all that stuff, and you see him clean, and they are just pristine. They look really, really good.
Yeah.
And there's something about that live live material. You know, you talk like, you know, the CG.
this oil bath is gonna feel so good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have a CG Yoda than a regular doll. I mean, I like the CG Yoda better.
Oh no, I mean, I nothing will get around the Frank Oz puppet they had in Empire Strikes Back. Sorry, that
I just got a kick out of
Very
him
true, very true. But
I got a kick out of him in episode 2 when he's fucking just walking with his cane, real fucking hobbling, and all of a sudden he just got fucking nitrous bursted on his ass, starts fucking jumping around off the walls and shit, and then he grabs his
you'd never
cane
get that with a doll.
He got his second wind.
and it's like, oh, that fucking tuckered me. Oh, let me get my cane again.
what
Yeah.
Well, he
Eight
is,
ball.
he
Yeah,
is
there you
what,
go.
700 and some odd years old?
900. Well, at that time he would have been 800 some.
845 years old.
But the model, the puppet that Oz did is so realistic you forget that that's a puppet. In all honesty, when you see Yoda, the original Yoda in Empire, that's a character. That's they found some short green thing to act in the film. I mean, the puppeteering's so good in that you forget he's a puppet. If you didn't know the behind the scenes stuff, if you just watched it fresh, that you forget that that's a puppet. Now, the puppet that they made in the prequels that they eventually replaced with the better CGI looking, that puppet in the prequels looked like a freaking parrot. It was awful. It fucking sucked. It was nowhere near the original puppet that they used in Jedi and Empire.
No, it was horrible.
You know, and
ass with it.
and I loved that one, and I do love the CGI Yoda. I'm glad they put him in to replace the dumb puppet that they had in the sequels.
I mean,
Well, at least the CGI could run around and jump and
Prequels.
Well, that's the
whatever
thing.
else.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you can do that with you can't do that with a puppet.
You could never do that with a puppet.
No, I know you couldn't.
No, but I mean, but it fit the movie. That's what I mean, though. I would hate to see them replace the puppet in Empire or Jedi with the CGI Yoda. It wouldn't fit.
George Lucas,
They'll
he
do
just
it.
might do that.
They'll do it.
You guys should do that little quiz on there. See how your guys' knowledge is. See if you guys can even come close to Mark and I's scores.
I don't want to do it now. You guys
Come
have
on,
done it.
motherfucker.
You've done it.
I'm not gonna do it again. We're gonna sit and watch you guys fucking tank.
Oh, that Facebook quiz.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. What was your
Alright.
score? 20?
21 out of 23.
I got 17.
All
So
right, it's a quiz. 23 Star Wars. You
Five.
want to have a cigarette, you fucker?
as soon as quiz
All
comes
right.
out, I'm running out. He goes.
Yeah. 23 Star Wars questions only a true fan could answer.
You know what? And you guys can even converse amongst yourselves, so you guys probably have a chance.
All right. Do you know your Wookiees from your Wampas and your Darth Maul from your Death Star? If so, you were definitely part of the Star Wars generation. And you're rejoicing as the new Episode 7 has finally been cast. It means we'll be seeing the finished movie by Christmas of 2015. I know what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
But how much were you paying attention during the first 6 movies? Take our fun quiz. Now laugh it up, Fuzzball. And if you find these are too easy, try our super hard quiz. Question 1 of 23.
What did it say? What fuzzball?
Now laugh it up, Fuzzball.
Original.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Yeah. You will never find more wretched
Hives.
A more wretched hive
of scum and villainy.
villainy.
But where was Obi-Wan Kenobi referring to in Star Wars 4, A New Hope? Is it Bespin, Mos Eisley, or Coruscant? It'd be Mos Eisley.
I was going to say that one, yeah.
All right.
Correct.
Right. Next
You're on
question.
the roll here.
How is George Lucas said to have given R2-D2 his name?
I fucked this one
From
up.
a film editing abbreviation, reel to dialogue. That's it right there. It was from his postcode. It was part from the number plate from his grandpa's cup.
That's what I picked.
I would say that
I'd
was
say the
real
reel
for
to
real
dialogue
to dialogue to
That's
for
what I would
R2-D2,
go with.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I fucked up on
Next
that one.
question. Exactly what made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs? That'd be the Millennium Falcon.
Was it? Okay.
Yes. From which planet is Han Solo? Corellia. 'Cause he's not Tatooine.
No.
Endor is not him.
No.
Endorian.
See, I like that question just because it takes some thought because they never actually address where he's from.
So,
But he's flying a Corellian transport.
Yeah.
And
But you also have to read.
yeah, and you've got to read. Yep.
What is the name of Luke's friend from Tatooine who was killed during the attack on
Wasn't
the
it
Death
Biggs?
Star?
Or was it
Biggs
what-
Darklight, Huff Darklighter, or Wedge?
Wedge.
Wedge is always around. He's the main guy.
Was it Biggs?
I would say it'd be Biggs. That's my question. That's my
who I
guess.
think it would be, Biggs.
Could be Huff, but I don't remember.
don't-
Huff's not the fat one, is he?
That's Porkin.
That's Porkins.
Well, he got fried like
so we'll go
pork.
with Biggs. That's the right one. All right. And what was Luke Skywalker's call sign in the same assault? It was Red 5, Red 7, or Red 10? This one's going to get me. I think it's Red 7. That's my guess. But it could be Red 5.
What was Luke Skywalker?
This is all dye for sodas, by the way.
Yeah?
It was Red 5. I think it was Red 5 though.
I think it's Red 7.
Well, you guys better
Gotta choose.
converse it here.
Why do you think it's Red 5?
Converse.
No, I just remember
Luke
somebody's
Skywalker's
Red
sign in the
5.
same assault.
Red 5.
Now, when he went down and they were going under
Yes,
the Death
I know,
Star,
I
was
know.
what was he?
Red
What was he
5,
calling
Red
his squad? I think it's Red 7. That's mine. It could be Red 10. It could be Red 5, but I think it's Red 7.
Is that your final answer?
We had trivia on the way to La Crosse. Tank pulled his fire out, his Kindle Fire, and did some trivia with us,
Yeah.
and we were doing trivia on the way there.
I don't know. I got most all the old shit.
Yeah,
really easy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going Red 7.
Go ahead. I don't give a
Oh, it's wrong.
Error. Red 5 standing by.
You should have listened to me. I thought it was Red 5.
Red 5 standing by.
And for
Alright.
somebody that don't really like
That's
Star
it.
Wars, I knew it.
All right. The Empire Strikes Back. Which creatures attach themselves to the Millennium? The Minox.
Yep.
The Empire Strikes. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. In the same film, who was shockingly referred to as stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder? That would
Was it
be
that-
Han Solo
was it-
by Leia.
Oh, maybe it was. Yeah.
Yes. What was Han's
Who's scruffy looking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Leia's love you.
I love you declaration. I know. That was in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
I
What was the
know.
code name given to Return of the Jedi by the movie makers to keep fans off the scent during filming? Blue Harvest, Feel the Force, or Red Rising? I think it was Blue Harvest. This is a tough
That
one.
one
This
I
is a
don't
news.
know.
This is a news article.
That one I have no idea.
Yeah,
What was the
don't
code
look
name?
at me. I can give you a fucking crack answer. You already got two that I
They-
fucked up
On the
on.
Return of the Jedi, maybe it was Feel the Force. I really don't have no idea.
I don't think it's Feel the Force because Force is just
I don't know.
that's too obvious. Remember, they're trying to keep the fans off the scent during the film, so they got to keep
Could
it
have
at
been Red
something.
Rising too. You know.
Well, yeah, it was Red 5.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm gonna say Blue Harvest. That's what
ahead.
you think.
You pick it.
All right, Blue
Was
Harvest.
it pose a blue?
It was.
blue
Good call.
No, you realize though, Blue Harvest was the name of
Oh,
the Family Guy.
That's why they named the Family Guy special that.
Remember the Star
we were
Wars
just
one,
talking
episode
about
4?
this one.
Oh, Blue
It was called
Harvest.
Blue
yeah,
Harvest,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
we were
that's
talking
right.
about this when he was 800.
How old it was in Return of the Jedi? 800.
wasn't it?
I said 600, but these guys were talking. He was like 700,
I was
800
thinking
years
about
old.
800. He
But
said.
in Return of the Jedi, that's when he dies. So he's 900 years old.
Don't say nothing, Mark.
Yeah, remember when I said he was fighting Senator Palpatine, he was only 800 years old.
We know the answer, Mark.
It's nine.
Maybe that's what you were talking about.
900.
Maybe it is 900.
900.
Well, actually, when he was fighting Senator Palpatine, he was in the 800s, but the late 800s, because
It'd be 900.
the whole
What,
Palpatine,
900 euros your each look good as you are.
Yeah.
because the whole Palpatine thing was 18 years before Luke.
Well, you didn't even read that.
Well, what creature did Luke kill in the fucking Jabba's palace? It's the
Well,
Rancor.
Yeah. People can't fucking visually see what you're reading.
And
so
he
you know,
eventually
but
had the honor
he was
of
talking.
killing off Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, that was
Wasn't
Leia.
that Leia?
She
Yes.
choked him to
Yes.
death. Yes. In The Phantom Menace, which leading British actor was cast as Bail Organa, but ended up on the cutting room floor when his scenes were edited from the final version? Oh,
Adrian
wow.
Dunbar.
You think so, huh?
He's the only British one on there that I know.
It wasn't Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy?
No,
No, he's
Bill.
not
No,
from-
that's not fucking him. He's a guy from Underworld. Bill Nighy.
Oh, Nye. Okay.
Bill Nighy, yes.
He's from Shaun of the Dead, the dad.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe that was him.
Brendan Gleeson is a guy from Harry Potter with that fucking wild eye.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, Bail
Adrian
Organa.
Dunbar. I have no fucking idea who.
I
that
don't
is.
know. Now I don't know.
In the Phantom Menace, which leading British actor was cast as Bail Organa? I'm trying to remember Bail Organa. Fuck.
But they picked somebody else as Bail Organa.
Yes, they did.
They picked Jimmy Smits.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what
Yes,
threw
that's
me off. in
Leia's
this one.
stepdad.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna say Brandon Gleeson. That's my guess.
I have no idea.
All right, Brandon Gleeson.
Oh,
It was Adrian Dunbar.
it was
That's the
Adrian
first
Dunbar.
thing I said.
Yeah, it's because it's the only one you knew.
It's
You
the only one I knew. I was right.
All right, and what British feature leading lady played Queen Amidala's decoy and bodyguard in The Phantom Menace?
I fucked this one up as well.
It's Keira Knightley.
Was it? Or was
Yeah.
it Keely Hawes?
I think it was Keira Knightley.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, you guys, Keira
Go ahead.
Knightley.
Yeah.
Take a look at it. Remember, she had a decoy and she played the queen. And
Yes, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
I don't know who Keely Hawes or Kara Toynton is.
You just want to point. No,
I'm gonna say
just
Keira
go.
Knightley.
She's toying like a
Right.
tiger.
All right, which star of Victoria Wood, as seen on TV, had a cameo appearance in The Phantom Menace? Walters, Duncan Preston, or Celia Imrie? I don't know this one.
I would pick this Celia Emery.
Celia Imrie? Which
Yeah.
star of Victoria Wood, as seen on TV? No, I'd have to go online and look at
See, I
Victoria.
missed
What's
this one
Victoria
as well.
Wood? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I got wrong.
Let's just pick it and just go.
Just pick one.
Don't even look it up. Just let's go. Because it'll give you.
Then
the
you're gonna
name.
get the answer. You're gonna cheat, you little
Yeah.
fuck.
No, I'm not cheating. I just don't know what fucking Victoria Wood is.
Well,
Well,
either did I. But
Well,
I
who do you
picked
think it is? Celia?
I was thinking maybe Celia Emery.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll go with it. We're right.
That's right.
Well, they're
Nice.
fuckers. You're gonna get a better score than me.
The son of
Cunt
Welsh
sucks.
legend Sir Harry Sicombe, or Sicom,
Had a roll.
Sicombe?
had a role, yes, really, in The Phantom Menace and the Attack of the Clones. But for which character did Andrew Sicombe provide the voice?
Oh,
was it
wasn't that Jar Jar Binks?
Not in just.
Or was it Boss Nass?
Misa called Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what.
It's a black guy.
No, it wasn't. It was that Boss Noss.
Yeah.
It was. That was that fish guy,
The
right?
fat guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Bet you that's who it was. Yes.
Yeah?
Is that what
Yeah.
you do when you fucking
All
look
right,
at
now,
a dirty
if we
snatch?
don't get this right, that means movie Mark beats us.
No, it is that one.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
Watto, you fucker.
Who's the fuck's Watto?
Why
He
was
was
that
the
fucking
pilot guy.
Star thing?
He's the guy who owned Shimmy.
You want to buy something in my shop, huh?
You want to buy something in my shop? Oh.
That's right. That's right.
What's the family link between Dennis Lawson, Wedge Antilles in episode 4 and 4 through 6, and Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan in episode 1 through 3? What's the family link between Dennis Lawson?
Uncle and nephew?
Wedge Antilles, well, he was the lead for the Rogue.
Were they cousins?
Father and son, uncle and nephew were cousins. I don't think he was Obi-Wan's nephew.
It wasn't father and son. I think they
No.
were cousins.
No, because you couldn't be a Jedi and have kids. You weren't supposed to be married. You couldn't do that. That's why.
That's why you had your flesh saber.
Yeah.
Your fleshlight.
That's why they had their wedding in secret.
Yeah.
I'll say cousins. Is cousins?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
No,
uncle and
that's the only one that said uncle and nephew.
Wow.
I got that one right. That was a fucking
Oh.
like fart in the wind, just like I just did.
Say, you just gotta
Semen.
played it.
When he was cast,
When he was
Mace
cast as Mace
Windu,
Windu, Samuel L. Jackson's special request was that his lightsaber was which color? Purple. Which two actors appear in all 6 Star Wars movies playing the same role? That would be the guy playing, C-3PO and R2-D2.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's who I was.
Dave-
C-3PO,
Darth Vader was
Han
never the
Solo,
same.
Chewbacca, or
No,
Darth Vader.
Harrison
was-
Ford.
Yeah.
Yep. Always the droids were the same.
In Attack of the Clones, Darth Tyrannus is also known as what? Count Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the mother of young Jedi Anakin?
Amidala.
Amidala, I believe it is, isn't it?
Huh?
No.
No.
No, Beru.
That would have.
Amidala
Is
the
Beru.
queen.
Amidala is Queen Amidala, which is Anakin's wife. That's the mother of Luke and Leia.
Whatever.
Shmi or Beru. I think it's Beru.
Well, you only
That's my
seen her
call.
what? Couple minutes
Yeah,
and
it was
a few segments
Yeah,
there.
but fuck, that's a hard one.
Go with Baru.
Beru is his aunt. Aunt Beru. Yeah, it's Shmi. He was the Kowakian monkey lizard employed as Count Jester by Jabba the Hutt. Oh, that's Salacious Crumb. I have his ringtone. Yes, we got 19 out of
You
23.
fuckers got 2 more than me.
Yes,
Because I did not know Keira Knightley was in that fucking
You know,
movie.
I didn't get. Well, obviously, I didn't get the 3 that we missed.
And the
so.
scene that was in my head.
We would have had 2 more if you
Oh,
listened
shut
to
the
me.
fuck up. You were going off guess. You didn't even know.
Hey, that was a damn good guess, wasn't it? No, but that one I knew that Dunbar one.
Okay.
Well, like I said, ain't I right? Some of those questions for the fucking actors, it's like, who the fuck knows who they are?
Well, I didn't know who Victoria Wood is. I didn't know any of that shit. So if I would have known it, it would have been different.
Too, though.
That's why right away I would have went and looked, and I would have been like, oh, okay, I know who she is. Oh, this. But
yeah, but that's
that was
not
good.
the point. The point is.
No, there's a harder
Here
one.
it is,
Try
do
our
it.
super hard quiz.
Super hard.
Did you do this one, Movie Mark?
No, I did not.
Ah, here we go. Here we go. Star Wars quiz. Liked our last one. Now try 25 even harder questions, but don't get cocky, kid.
Okay,
All right.
Questions 1 out of 25. Now we're going to all do this together, all right? In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, what does Luke remove from R2-D2? An image restrainer, a holo bolt, or a restraining bolt?
Restraining bolt.
I think
Restraining
that's
order.
unanimous.
I think it's a
Restraining bolt.
All right,
bolt.
restraining bolt it is. Good
It is
answer.
right.
Brolt.
What is the operating number of the stormtrooper whose identity is taken by Luke Skywalker and the Millennium Falcon? TK421.
TK421.
421 TK or TKR 421.
TK421.
TK421, yes. On which planet does Princess Leia say the rebel base is located? Alderaan, Hoth, or Dantooine?
Dantooine.
Dantooine.
Where is the actual rebel base in Star Wars 4: A New Hope? That would be on
Yavin 4.
You see, didn't even have to. We don't even have to name the questions. Mark's fucking calling them off, or the answers. How much does Obi-Wan and Han Solo settle on for passage to Alderaan? 2,000, 5,000, or 1,700?
I gotta remember.
He gets
Oh no, 17,000.
17,000.
17,000. 17,000.
I'd say he gets
17,000.
17,000.
right.
17,000.
It's 2,000 now.
And he says,
15 when we reeve. You know,
I remember Luke, he goes, 17,000. I could buy my own ship for that.
On
How much of a nerd
this is
are
a
we,
good
man?
one. Yeah, I know.
These guys must really be desperate. Chewie, get back to the ship and get it prepared. Oh, sorry.
On Cloud City, where is Slave 1 docked? On the east platform, west locks, or west dock? That's a tough one. You think
East
platform?
platform, I believe.
East platform.
I'm thinking west dock, but
Because in
You gotta
Cloud
remember,
City,
but
Cloud
they-
City's up in the air. That's a
yes, but they.
East platform.
I think east platform
East.
is where the Millennium Falcon
No.
lands, isn't it?
No.
Just do it.
All right, east platform. You're right.
fuck yeah.
All right.
It's because Lando, that's what he says as Chewie's choking him.
Oh, he's on the east platform. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
What does Owen Lars want to make sure their new translator droid speaks? Protocol, binary language of evaporators,
Bocce.
or
Bocce.
Bocce.
Bocce. It is.
Is that bocce ball?
Bocce
Yeah.
ball. Bocce balls. Go play with your balls like bocce balls.
What I really need is a protocol droid that can speak the binary language of the moisture evaporators. Well, sir, I'm fluid. Sorry. Anyway, that.
Does the Force create life, or does life create the Force?
Life creates the force.
The Force creates life.
Um,
That's a tough
the
one.
Force creates
No,
life.
life creates a force. Remember when everybody died, the force.
You still hold Force when you're dead.
I've been getting a lot of force out of my fucking backside.
Which one do you think it is? Life creates Force.
I would think the life creates.
Yeah, the
force.
top one.
Mark's
That's obvious. What do you
going through
think,
his
Mark?
catalog. What is it?
Remember what Yoda said when wasn't it Tatooine that was exploded, or which one was that? It blew up.
What, Alderaan?
It was Alderaan.
Alderaan,
They blew up the
Alderaan.
Alderaan with the Death
Remember
Star?
when he said there was a disruption in the Force?
Yeah.
Now I don't hear him, or something like this,
Force.
something like that.
Yeah.
Because without the life, there was no more force there on that planet anymore. So to me, it would be life creates the force. The more good life created the force.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I think it's Force creates life.
I think it's the second
I
one.
think
I
it's
don't
the
think
Force
so.
creates life. Are we gonna
Well,
put it all on the line
Put
here?
one.
Do we really want to hear him go, I told you so?
If you're
gonna
wrong,
anyway.
if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're so.
I
You
don't
could
know.
ruin our record if I take
Just
this.
flip a coin and
Hey, whoever I said life creates force. Who wants
Okay.
the force creates life?
Should we give Ice
Who
what he
wants
wants?
a deuce? I want the deuce.
All right, you want a deuce?
No, whatever
We're
the-
going with deuce. Oh,
I told you so.
I said didn't click it. I said who does?
Oh, yeah,
Raise your
yeah,
hand.
but majority
I told
said
you.
deuce.
It just made freaking sense.
Okay, cool. Let it go.
No, I'm not gonna let it go.
In Return
Never
of the
believe
Jedi.
me, the guy that don't really like Star Wars but knows about it.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You put common sense to it. You were right.
It's
okay?
all common
All right,
sense.
touche. In the Return of the Jedi, which are the Force ghosts we see at the end? Mace Windu, Yoda, and Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, and Obi-Wan. Anakin, Yoda,
That
and
one,
Obi-Wan.
The last one.
Third.
Anakin,
Yes.
Yoda, and Obi-Wan.
And that was one of the major fuck-ups in the redos because they
Yeah.
put fucking Hayden Christensen
Yeah.
instead of the original.
Original one, yeah.
Anakin, yeah. Here it is. In the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special, ooh, why are Chewbacca and Han Solo trying to get home to Chewbacca's family? Christmas Day,
Were you gonna say Chewbacca?
Life Day.
Life
Wasn't
Day,
it Life
or
Day?
Thanksgiving?
It was
Life Day.
Life
I
Day.
don't remember.
You don't
It was
remember?
Life Day.
It's Life Day.
Mark gave us a
sense.
DVD of that for having us on
It
the
was
show.
Life Day.
Life Day.
It was kind of like Christmas
I think he
Day,
was just
but-
fucking milking the fucking Star Wars pot in that one.
He tried to hide that
Smoking the
show.
pot.
He tried to hide that show under the rug, and it didn't work.
They should have buried it with the ET games.
He did. He did.
I was just gonna fucking say that.
Lucas actually did. Lucas went and he bought all the copies back from the TV stations that had tapes of the holiday Christmas special and dumped them in a landfill. But thanks to the joys of the internet and people's VHS tapes, it lives on the internet.
Sticking with the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special, who is Lumpy?
It ain't his wife, I'll tell you that.
Well, it
It's
could
gotta
be.
it's-
She's got
Probably
tits.
his son.
No, I would have to
Common
say.
sense says
Common
wife.
says no. Common sense says it's his son. To me, it's
Yeah.
Chewie's. Who's
You're thinking of the Christmas special though. Lumpy would. I'd think Lumpy'd be her with her big old tits.
I think you're reading
No.
too far into it.
no?
You're going too far. What are the
Too
choices?
far into tit.
You gotta add a little comedy into the show here.
I
You're
think
going
it's the son.
All right. Who is squashed by an AT-AT while dead in the snow speeder that Luke barely escaped
Dak.
from? Dak Wedge.
Yeah, Dak.
Yes. What does AT-AT stand for?
All-Terrain Armored
Transport. Which rock star made his professional record debut on the Christmas in the Star Wars album release in 1980, and on what song? John Bon Jovi, What Can You Get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a comb?
Jesus Christ.
Huey Lewis, R2-D2, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. John Bon Jovi, R2-D2, We Wish You a Merry
It
Christmas.
was R2-D2. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
By
that
who?
I know,
It's John Bon
but
Jovi.
I'm not.
It's John Bon Jovi.
Like I said, I'm not really
It's John
sure.
Bon Jovi.
Is it?
He made his debut. Yes, Huey Lewis was around before fucking
But all I know is I know it was R2-D2.
R2-D2.
Wish You a
Slippery
Merry
when
Christmas.
wet with Minox spit.
All right, I'm going with John Bon Jovi. What do you think,
We
guys?
can go for that.
Yeah,
Living on a prayer, huh?
yeah. Living on a prayer. There it is.
There you go.
But I
remember
knew it
watching
was I Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Who
so I knew
issued
that one.
Order
66. Was it Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, Count
Palpatine.
Dooku, or Darth Maul?
Oh,
Chief
Order
Palpatine.
66. You know, actually, when I went to McDonald's,
Wasn't
they
that-
gave me an Order 66. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. I had the receipt. I had the receipt.
You know,
yeah.
I remember, but I don't remember.
It's Supreme
I remember,
Chancellor Palpatine.
was it?
Palpatine.
Which
Help
three
us.
members of InSync make cameo appearances in Attack of... I didn't know
What?
this. What?
Wow.
Which three... I know that the gay one, Lance
Lance
Bass.
Bass did.
Which three members of InSync make cameo appearances in Attack of the Clones?
I know.
See, I don't think it was
Justin
Joey.
Timberlake.
See, I
It's
don't
not
know. No,
Justin.
it wasn't
So,
Justin or Joey. I
bottom
think it
one.
was the last one. Lance Bass, J.C. Chaz, and Chris.
Kirkpatrick.
I had no idea they were even in
Yes, I bet you them are the ones.
Okay,
That's
well,
what-
Yeah, I would say.
Oh no, it wasn't Joey.
Oh.
there. Second
Fontaine.
one. Joey.
We got it wrong.
Fatone?
Joey Fatone,
Fontaine.
J.C. Chaz, and Chris Kirkpatrick.
Bless you.
Patrick.
Wow, I didn't know
Why were
they
they in
made
them?
cameos in them. I thought Lance Bass was in there.
Where would they have shown up?
Probably in an audience somewhere. I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe up Jar
At the
Jar's
bar?
ass.
Maybe at the bar when they're going after the bounty hunter, maybe?
Oh, maybe in the bar after the party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The changer, the shifter.
Yeah.
How many days
They were cut, I think.
Oh yeah. Let's
Uh,
let's look it up. InSync.
Yep, say bye to the boys of InSync. All that public moaning over their brief cameo in the upcoming Star Wars prequel may have sealed their fate on the cutting room floor. So claims InSyncer Joey Fatone, who called into Tampa radio station to deliver the bad news of the battle scene cameo they shot for Episode 2 that was cut because of subsequent fan uproar.
All right, enough about them fucking gay fucks.
Well,
How many days were there between the U.S. release of The Phantom Menace and the U.K. release? This is a tough one.
How many days?
56, 57, or 58? I see the number 58 in my mind.
so obviously,
no idea.
according
I
to
see it on the
that,
screen.
we got it first, obviously, and then UK got it after.
I'd say
us.
56.
56 days?
Might as well
Um,
take
That's
the middle.
just a
That's
guess.
just shy of 2
That's
months.
just a guess.
I'm gonna say 57, but
Okay, so
nobody says they have
that's
to go with
Heinz
what I pick.
57.
57. So
That's-
3, Mark, what do you got?
I'd go 56, but
All right, so we got 256, 158, and 357s.
Is that a gun? Is it gonna backfire?
All right,
on
we'll
us?
go with majority rules. 57 is wrong.
58.
I told you so, fuckers.
Hey,
Isn't that how old you are? No, I'm kidding.
For some reason, I had that number in my brain. It just popped out. So, which is the lowest grossing film of the saga so far? Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones, or Revenge of the Sith? Attack of the Clones.
Revenge of the
I
Sith
hear
was
about
good.
Attack of the Clones a lot.
Yeah, well then
so
you
I
hear
don't
about
know.
the cartoon a lot more though too.
Yes.
Return of the Jedi.
It may be Return of the Jedi because not a lot of people like the fucking Ewoks in there. Maybe they was too kiddish.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that like that, though.
I
think
like
Attack
Return
of the
Jedi.
Clones
yeah.
is lower. Yeah. Okay, Return of the Jedi movie, Mark.
I'd say Clones.
Lowest grossing. That's what I'm thinking too. Reason being is because Return of the Jedi was the last and final film at that time, and that was going to bring everybody in.
I have no clue.
Attack of the Clones is the second one, and I think everybody passed it up to see Revenge of the Sith. That's just my guess.
I'd have to say Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith were probably the better of the prequels. The first Phantom Menace one was kind of
Well, they just go with Attack of the Clones.
That's good. That tastes like fucking Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Holy
First
shit.
thing I got a taste was like orange, and then it was like
Ooh.
grapefruit.
It tastes like Fruit
Well,
Loops.
show Mark our new beer that we're brewing over at the Point Brewery. The
Can I say another one?
Radler.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tastes like Fruit Loops. All right, so what are we at here? Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones,
Attack
or
of the
Revenge of the Sith?
Clones.
All right, Attack of the
Take
Clones.
it.
We
There
are
you go.
right. Yes. 19 of 25. What does TIE, T-I-E-S, TIE Fighter stand for?
Twin
Twin Iron.
ion engines, I believe.
Okay, triple ion engines,
No.
toys in Europe, or twin
No,
ion
yeah,
engines?
in Europe.
Yeah.
I think it's
Twin.
ion
Twin ion engines. Here we go. There it is. Good guess. Who sat next to Luke Skywalker in the briefing before the Death Star battle in A New Hope? Wedge, Biggs, or Garvin Dryce? I think it was Wedge.
That's weird.
Well, I know he talked to Biggs in the
Who are the choice? What was the question? The
Who
thing
sat
cut
next
out.
to Luke Skywalker in the briefing before the Death Star battle in A New Hope?
probably Wedge.
So in the first movie,
No, it was. I think that was
Garvin Dryce, Biggs Darklighter, or Wedge Antilles?
Wedge.
I think it's Wedge myself.
I think it's Wedge.
I don't remember.
No?
Yeah.
Addery?
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
We're
so I
going
don't know.
Wedge. We are right.
Yeah, because he asks about the 2-meter port, and Luke goes, "I shot women like that twice as big back home."
I think you got one word wrong in there.
Really?
Which actor appeared in the 2 episodes of the original trilogy and again in one of the prequel trilogies? Ian McDiarmid,
Ian McDiarmid.
Warwick Davis, or
That is
Jeremy Bullock?
Palpatine.
Yes, Senator Palpatine, yes.
Yep.
Ooh, Jeremy
Jeremy
Bullock.
Who the fuck?
Wow. Who's
Who
Jeremy
the fuck's
Bullock?
that?
It's not Sandra Bullock's husband, is it?
No.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, because
What does he play? What does he play?
Dong, dong.
Oh, that fucked me up at the end. This is one of the prequels. Oh shit.
yeah, because I was gonna say he was in all of the prequels.
Yes, he was. Son of a bitch. Fucked up. But Jeremy Bullock, I remember what he looks like.
Oh, he's Boba Fett. He played Boba Fett.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was a
Fuck.
Spanish-looking guy.
We got 17 out of 21, fuckers. All right, in Attack of the Clones, which Jedi says this party's over? Mace Windu.
Mace Windu, I believe.
That's when he
That's
jumps
the
down.
only one I could think of.
Yep, that's when they jump down in the middle of the
I
arena.
never heard of, Yoda wouldn't say it. Obi-Wan sure the hell didn't say it.
No, it
That
was
was
Mace.
Over
It's
motherfuckers.
Mace, yeah.
Was that you want to roll out with cheese?
I was trying to look for that. I couldn't get it out. Who is Obi-Wan talking about when he says, "Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me"? Jar Jar Binks.
Anakin.
You think so?
Was it
He's
Anakin?
talking about Anakin.
Skywalker, Jar Jar Binks, or
Oh, yeah.
Anakin Skywalker?
Anakin.
Who's Obi-Wan talking about when he says, "Why do I get the
were.
feeling you're going
It's
to be"?
Anakin.
Anakin?
Yep.
Anakin.
All right, you're right. What are the very first lines of dialogue heard in Star Wars Episodes 4, A New Hope? Did you hear that? There'll be no excuse for the princess this time.
Escape.
Oh, we're
We're
doomed.
doomed.
Because C-3PO said it.
See, yeah, I was gonna think that. Yeah,
We're
that's it,
doomed.
What are the
doomed.
first lines of dialogue in the Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope?
We're doomed. That's what I think.
Didn't we have this question on your near on Napalm?
What's the choices again?
Did you hear that? There will be no escape for the princess this time. We're doomed. I think it's we're doomed too, but I'm going back and forth between did you hear that? Because that's when they strike when they hit the ship with their laser.
No.
C-3PO says it though. He has the first line. I know that because that was one of the questions. So which one is it? Did you hear that or we're doomed?
I say we're doomed.
I'm thinking middle, but I don't know. I haven't seen that one in so long.
No, this is something from another. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I almost clicked it. I accidentally did it. I'm thinking, did you hear that? Do you hear what I hear? Another Christmas song.
This is
We're
incredible.
doomed.
All right, we're
Wait,
doomed.
hold on.
We're doomed. It is.
Hold on.
Majority rules.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me think. I go with did you hear that?
Did you hear that? That's what I'm thinking.
I'm going with did you hear that?
Fucking loops, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going. Did you hear that?
Because he goes, did you hear that? They shut down the main reactor. And then he goes, we're
All right.
doomed. There's no escape for the princess. Excuse for the princess this time.
All right.
Yep.
Oh,
there it is.
good,
Did you
good,
hear
good.
that? What does the Admiral request from Darth Vader to complete the second Death Star? More money, more time, more men. More men.
More men.
Man.
It's raining men, bitches.
21
When
out
he
of
asks the impossible, I need more men, then perhaps you can tell him when he arrives. The Emperor is coming here? Yes, and he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress.
Stripper poles. We need more men.
We shall double our efforts. I hope so, Commander, for your sake.
Dark helmet.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. Cue Imperial March. Anyway, sorry.
Schwartz. There we go. We just aced it. No, we didn't. 21 out of 25.
I think a couple of those we got cocky.
Or they're in the,
Boysenberry.
Yeah, I think we got cocky
Or
on a
when they're
couple
in
of
the,
those.
Radar's jammed.
locker room.
Well, I guess that was our near on napalm for the night, huh?
There's
Yeah.
only one man who dare give me the raspberry.
Lone Star. Whom-
See the
They
picture?
call him Plaid.
I said across her nose, not up it.
Ludicrous speed.
I'm doing my best, sir.
Fuck the blow.
Mega Me went from
Who made that guy?
Did you see the picture of Tommy Boy and the barf that I posted on Instagram?
No.
Yeah, every time I watch Spaceballs or I watch Tommy Boy, I think of
John Candy.
John Candy and Chris Farley's characters, because you know when he's doing the Chris Farley's doing the maniac at the gas station when he's watering him off, and he stops and right before he asks him if he ate paint chips, he's got this blotch of brown right on his eye. And ever since I saw that movie in the theater in Mississippi, I always thought of Barf from Spaceballs. So I went out and found the scene. And I took a picture of it, and I posted it. You could see it kind of looks like him.
Alan, what's his full name?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. No, it's
Can't-
Bartholomew.
You can't say it. It's gotta suck not to be able to say a word.
Martholomew.
Bartholomew.
Darth Maul.
Fuzzball.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
But in 2 weeks, you put a lump of coal up my ass, it'll become a diamond. So tight.
Who's that, sir? He's an asshole, sir. Yes, I know that, but what's his name? That is his name. Philip J. First Class Asshole. He's my brother. Who's that? He's an asshole too, sir.
Who all's assholes here?
Yo, how many assholes do we've got on this ship? No.
Wrong,
Keep
Colonel
firing,
Sanders.
assholes.
Fucking, I gotta watch that now again.
Yeah, it's on fucking Netflix, man.
Yeah. I haven't seen that in a long
My boys
time.
watched it a couple times already. They fucking love it. Any new? Speaking of movies, anybody see any new movies lately that they like?
No.
We'll wait for Movie Mark on that one. You haven't watched any new movies?
I watched a couple weeks ago. We watched that Dean Koontz book that was made into a movie called Odd Thomas. That one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I watched that too. It's got the guy who plays the Scotty. Not Scotty. Yes, not Scotty.
No, it was
not Scotty.
not
Star
Chekhov.
Trek.
Chekhov.
Chekhov in Star Trek. Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen was World's End.
World's End. I haven't seen that.
That one was
It's
good,
weird
but
at
it
the end.
but it wasn't what I expected.
Oh no, yeah, Simon Pegg's World's End. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, it's a little different at the end.
Yeah.
I've got that on Blu-ray.
What the hell?
And speaking of I was just about to look his name up because there's this new movie on Netflix with him where he plays a fucking crazy fucker in an apartment, a writer, and I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
Oh, you're talking about
You too. Fuck.
I know which one you're talking about now.
It's this one right here.
Play,
absolutely.
No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about the guy from
Actually, I'll be right back, guys.
Odd Thomas.
What the fuck? Is
Anton
that?
Lechin was the guy that played Chekhov.
Is it
Paul.
absolutely anything?
That was a good one,
no,
too.
that's
Yeah.
when he's filling.
Probing time.
Yeah, that's a good one too. This movie right
People
here.
had to back to life just to kill it? Well, I can eat it dead.
Oh, a Fantastic Fear of Everything.
Well, tidy whitey.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch this, and I've seen it the beginning 4 times.
This looks like the fucking scene in Seven. This must have been what he looked like before he got forced to eat all that food.
No, basically what it is
figured
about
in a spaghetti bowl. Or
it's-
some
Yep.
shit.
I'll read the synapse from my IMDb. or
This came out in
IMDb.
2012.
Yeah.
Oh,
A crime novelist who researches on Victorian serial killers has turned him into a paranoid wreck, must confront his worst fears when a film executive takes a sudden interest in his movie script. So he's in his apartment and he flips out at every little fucking thing, but it's very... It'd be a great movie to watch on acid.
who
Just kind of
So
like
he
Fear
wouldn't
and
want-
Loathing,
move
Fear
your
and Loathing in Las
move your
Vegas.
cursor a minute. Who directed it?
So he wouldn't want to live in Joe's
Oh, it
apartment.
says right there. Go up, right there.
Oh,
Because that's the
Directors, Crispin Mills and Chris Hopwell.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, really weird fucking movie. And I've started to watch it like 4 times now, and I can't get through the end because I always end up at night. I watch
Is
it.
that on Netflix? You said?
It's on Netflix, yeah. And I always fall asleep.
How the hell
I
did you even
remember.
come across that?
It was up on the popular on Facebook or popular on Netflix.
Because you watched this or whatever and
No.
brought it up?
No,
No, it's just like popular on Netflix.
Oh.
It's
It's
all the
different.
movies that are really everyone's watching.
Because I
at the
thought
moment.
maybe they suggest stuff after you watch a certain genre.
We're talking about
Well,
that
they do.
Simon Pegg
They have,
movie
like, Facebook
called The Fantastic Fear of
Yeah.
Everything. Mark.
Oh, yes.
I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I started it 4 times. I can't get to the end because every time I watch it, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I end up falling asleep. So.
No.
Lonely
Well, it
Trooper.
looks like you're not alone in there.
Where'd he put him?
When did you get a fleshlight that looks like a stormtrooper?
It wasn't easy.
That would be a bone trooper
I can't get over this fucking beer. Coast Radler. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
because it's made with
Fruity
some type of,
Pebbles.
like a grapefruit and some other type of
Lime.
citrus.
Lemon, lime, and grapefruit flavors added.
And that is what we just started making.
It's good. I mean,
No, I could drink a lot of these.
yeah,
We're gonna
Have
be
heartburn from hell, but
I'll have heartburn from hell.
we're gonna
but
be
fucking
releasing
it's-
some more sodas.
I don't know.
too.
It almost tasted like a
like a
seltzer
cream type
water
soda.
for a second when I first took a
see, like when I took the first drink and when I smelled it, it tasted like oranges. And then all of a sudden it went like right to grapefruit. I was
Oh,
like,
it's Fruity Pebbles all the way.
See, that's a good perk of being there at that job because they gave us a whole case of that for free.
Yeah, and I just got a 6-pack, which you guys are drinking up on me, you fuckers.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
drunk.
worry,
We're
I'll
gonna
drink
drink
it.
around the fire
I
tomorrow.
left part one upstairs for you.
In the toilet, right? You didn't
Yeah,
flush?
that's right.
I flushed for
Oh,
him.
damn it.
You went in that dirty ass fucking bathroom.
I
Man.
had to take a piss.
I had a shit today that stained the fucking toilet.
Nice.
Oh, anyway, but I've been
He
fucking
shit his
busy.
pants over here.
Yeah, you fucking
I
semen.
can't hear nothing because I got the
I can hear
headset
him
on.
just fine, fucker. Here, give me those. You can hear yourself.
So
They
yeah,
didn't stink,
that
did they?
Fantastic Fear of
I
Everything.
can't really breathe right now. Anyway.
It's one of the more
You're
recent
lucky.
movies that I watched, but I watched that other one too, that Odd Thomas. I watched that the other day too. That was actually pretty good.
They
I like
actually
the
had a
concept
good.
of
They
it.
had a good mix of comedy with a little bit of supernatural type stuff.
Supernatural, yeah.
But that's based off of
It kind of had a twist.
a whole series of books.
It was kind of like the Dresden type It's like a Dresden File.
Oh, I remember
mixed.
that movie. That was good.
Well, it's yeah. The books are awesome.
Didn't
I
they
got
do
them
a
all on
movie
audio.
too on that though?
I don't.
I could have sworn there was
You didn't
one on
wanna try the
Netflix
new
that I
one,
watched.
No, that's
Oh,
TV
Dylan
series.
Dog. No, I'm thinking Dylan
Dylan
Dog.
Dog.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Fruit
yeah.
Let me try a little bit of that.
It's totally Fruit Loops in a bottle, man.
Yeah.
It is.
I can't get over
These
it.
things could get you.
And you're right, you get that seltzer taste. I kind of get a
first.
seltzer taste at first, but then it's like drinking the milk at the bottom of a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
And
You
Yeah,
didn't
he had
like it at
blonde.
first
But-
because you had that weird look. on your face.
the odd Thomas though,
I still
it's
get that Alka-Seltzer
it reminds me
type
of Dead Like Me, where they've
Yeah.
got those creatures that run around that only he can see, kind of like the what are they called in Dead Like Me? They're
I'd
called
hate to puke that up. though.
Grim.
Might taste good, though,
Gremlins?
too.
Gremlins?
Up.
No. What the fuck are they called?
Grim Reapers.
Reasons not to drink.
No, they're Grim Reapers, but the little
I think that
creatures
could
they
sneak
see.
up on you if you drink enough.
Oh, what the fuck are they called? In that
No,
show?
you'll have to figure it out later.
Gremlin? Anyway, nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Like
So-
Dead on Me
Yeah, like Dead Like Me. Not dead on me.
or Dead Like
I wouldn't want anybody dead on me.
That were the
What the fuck are they called? And you can't
They're Gonadians.
going at you. But that movie is kind of like that though. It's kind of like the Dresden Files, where he can kind of see things and spirits and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Holy shit!
Come on, now you gotta get all pizza.
Did you see that? Did you see that ad?
Yeah, it drops a fucking
Did
load.
you see that
yeah,
ad?
Java,
Yeah, the ad fucking
It's
video on
an AdAd's
Facebook?
life, yeah.
Yeah, the ad life, and then at the end he's picking up shit, and there's Jabba the Hutt as a pile of shit. That was good. That was real good. Anybody that does anything fun like that with Star Wars, even movie marks,
Wiggle it just a little bit.
that
Well, he does look like a pile of shit, really.
I've seen uncircumcised penises that look like that.
Oh, they actually did an interview with the original human actor that played
they're
Jabba,
called
Wasn't it like-
Gravelings.
Gravelings, that's it.
and he says he is welcoming the new,
Star Wars.
the new Star
Didn't
Wars.
it take like 14 people to do that though?
He's just enjoying that. Way
I
too
think
much.
Are you bored over there, Mark?
All he needs now is his Batman mask on again.
if a
Anything
green
for the
liquid
video.
shoots out the end of that, man, there's a problem. Sprays all over your camera.
Salacious Crumbs in the background laughing.
Schwartz has always
You
been
gotta-
inside you.
He's got his thumb in your ass.
Do you think the puppeteers for Jabba will go, I want to be inside you?
I want to be inside. Oh, he's back to Batman, Joker Batman.
you got your headphones. I go up higher.
Isn't that like a clash
Get
of
'em on your
interest
ears.
right there?
He's just in a
Movie
rush.
Mark? Oh, there is just something wrong. Fucking Batman and his cull jerking off a fucking Jabba
With
the
the
fucking
Stormtrooper
wang.
watching.
There's a salacious crumb right on his shoulder.
It's almost like Animal House. Remember that guy who's going to do that chicken? He's got the devil and the fucking...
Dude, now we have to
Angel?
put explicit on this because of you. You get banned from YouTube for another 6 months. It's your fault.
Vocal man jerks off Jabba tail while dressed as Batman.
How'd you know?
Stormtrooper
Stormtrooper
on his shoulder. And it's not the angel. It's the devil. Oh, fucking Avery. Where do we go from there? No, this does taste like Fruit Loops, man. I can't get over it.
You see that video?
So what do you think of it, though? You like it?
Dresses
Good.
up like Batman. There's this part where his mom's doing dishes at the sink, and she's like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner, Ryan?" And he's like, "Justice." And he takes her down to the ground.
Is one of those comical ones is CGI? It's got to be
It's just a
CGI.
kid with a Batman
Yeah.
mask on. He comes in the room and he just takes his mom down.
There was another link that Tank posted to my timeline that had a bunch of a little kid in a toy store. It shows. It was like the video starts with him, where he grabs a lightsaber at the toy store and then he hits the fucking shelf.
Oh, yeah, I
This is
saw
that-
that.
This is
I
the
saw
guy
that.
did some graphics.
Yeah.
with
Like
his
the
kid.
grappling hook, it went up in the fucking air, and then he said, "I'm on down." And he has a water hose, and it's not hooked up to a water hose or anything.
It doesn't have anything posted on here from you.
No, he posted it somewhere,
It's on
a
Vine.
link or something.
Oh, I saw it too.
I'm still pretty new at this shit, so I don't know where to go. Oop, where to
Wrong
look for
Adam
it.
Andreasen.
There's another one of you?
Yeah.
But that's spelled wrong
Yeah. No, it
though. Yeah.
There was I saw that video too, and that was pretty fucking cool. Where he's in the grocery store and he's
he's
in
got a
the
rocket.
toy store, and yeah,
Shoulder-mounted rocket too. Yeah.
it's not showing me shit.
Oh, the new shoulder-mounted rocket Predator and Ghost.
Oh yeah. That comes out Thursday. Next Thursday.
The rocket launcher.
No, the new map packs already.
Already new map packs.
Yep.
Jeez Christ.
So, which Batman is my cowl from?
Fighters.
That would be the
Yeah, something like
1989 version.
Very good. And you can tell because of the bat symbol on the bottom.
The Val Kilmer.
No,
No, Michael Keaton. It's the Tim Burton 1989. This cowl, my buddy and I, we ordered over the mail because back then we didn't have internet mail, and this is actually taken from the actual mold
Go to Vine.
from the Batman mask they actually used in the movie. They
That's
got a mold and they did this is actually foam latex mask.
That's pretty cool. How much did that run you?
That ran us $40 back then.
Really? Oh, fuck, that was cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it
Yeah,
was...
well, it's not made with the same movie quality material. It's a similar, but it's the exact same mold that they use for one of the molds that they used for the movie. So that's
Get yourself a mask like that.
I saw that on...
What's that
on
mask?
Facebook.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about the 20.
Almost looks like a Slipknot mask.
We didn't talk about the
It's a dang
$20
donkey
beer I
mask.
had down in
It's
La
what?
Crosse.
Donkey.
Yeah, we don't really care.
You got the ears.
No.
Suck a dick, you fucker.
Oh, okay.
It'd be faster if you went to Vine.
I don't want to go to fucking Vine. Why would I want to go to Vine?
Well, that's where you're going to find it faster. I'll guarantee you.
That's pretty cool.
You and your fucking Vine.
My
I don't want to have
neighbor
to
made
create a
that
fucking account either
art
just to look
class
at this shit.
at University.
Oh, now go to On the Rise.
Scroll it to the left on the screen.
Why on the
All ways,
rise?
There's another
Because
picture.
that's part of the video, On the Rise videos.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, we were in my yard one night. We're wearing that thing. Just standing in my yard
Fucking
drinking,
shit.
waving at cars going by. Next thing you know, we're looking down the street. I'm like, dude, here comes a cop.
There should be a link.
And I'm just like, we're just standing in my yard drinking, doing nothing wrong. And he pulls up and he's like, yeah, I got to complain about you guys chasing cars down the road wearing some kind of fucked up mask. We're like,
None of those.
Chasing
I'm like-
cars down.
and we're on the side by him now by the car, and we're like, you can't run with this thing on. He's like, well, why? I'm like, what? Welder's mask. A little
I
strap.
thought Vine was a real
That's what
short
the inside
video.
is. He's like,
Yeah, they're 30
well, how
seconds.
heavy is that thing? We can't.
for 6 seconds.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
but
aren't
the video
running with
we
that
watched
thing
was a
on.
lot longer than
Just to let
6
you know,
seconds.
it's a $300 fine
Yes,
for drinking
I know.
on the sidewalk.
Oh, my
And drove off.
No.
Oh, but he didn't give you a fine, though.
No.
He just
Well, I
warned
put my
you.
beer down right on the edge of the sidewalk in
Yeah.
my yard. It's just like,
There it is.
we're just standing in my yard,
There it is.
waving.
Let's see you, buddy.
This is some pretty good special effects.
Clean up aisle 5.
That was it?
They had a whole bunch of different ones in
Oh,
there.
here it is. Action movie kid?
Oh, The Matrix? This is something different.
I've never seen this one.
His daddy must be working for a movie company.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I like these damn Cheerios.
Pretty cool.
Every person doing this evening.
I want to see that one. Deer soup.
It's kind of like a real gun.
It's kind of like a real gun.
It's a real
Oh.
No wonder we like to go to toy stores so much. Oh, the lava.
The flow lava. Yeah.
If this is this kid's dad doing this, that's fucking awesome.
Hyperdrive.
Jesus.
I think it's gonna go destroy the Death Star.
Let's see you, buddy.
Hey, He's got to have connections to like some special effects studio.
Oh, you can get programs.
Yeah, you can do shit like this online now. Yeah, you could get it.
Adobe After Effects does all
Movie
of those.
quality type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adobe After Effects does all of those.
That's pretty cool, though.
I like this one.
Oh, he falls in the puddle.
Can you see it, Mark?
Oh, buddy, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's gone.
These are my water guns.
It's not hooked up to a hose, though, buddy. You gotta hook it up to.
I mean, how ingenious to come up with something like this.
Touche.
Touche.
Oh,
Yeah.
movie mark.
I like this
Nice.
one. He goes right
How
up
to
to the
use it?
ceiling.
And then you hear him say, "Get down, get down."
No,
I don't.
I went down. Yeah. Anywho,
that's pretty cool, though.
how do you stop that?
That's volume 1, so there's more to come, obviously.
There it is. You're still learning shit on this Google Hangout stuff.
Anywho.
You got any lampoon for us or 6?
Well, you kind of throw that on me in the fucking last minute.
Only am I with the Force.
What was that?
Shoot me in the eye with the Force.
No.
Oh,
When 900 years old, you reach, look as good.
there's the answer to our question, isn't it?
Okay, what
I think we just died.
I
I think we died. Actually, I was just going to say I'm going to have to pull out here. I'm going to have to take off. So.
All right. Well, plug yourself. Not that way. Not with a stormtrooper. Not with your cowl.
Just little old me. Well, you got the link on on your page, but you can find my channel on youtube.com/specialmark. You can also find me on We Live Film every Thursday, hosting Horror Thursdays. It's a weekly segment where I feature a horror film, both independent, whatever I feel like covering, I put up there. You can find me on a number of podcasts, including here. We're also doing Film Jerks and Astro Radio Z occasionally, as well as a spoiler room.
Did Astro Radio Z join the Bog Gods Network yet or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not in on that.
I know we're working on it.
He's been quite busy, so.
Okay.
But I do that with filmmaker Derek Carey, and then on various other things as well. But that's the main links you can go to.
Go to DixieFedershow.com and click on the guest page and just click it.
I'm all over. So, but thanks for having me on, guys. But yeah, I gotta bail.
No, not a problem. Thanks for joining us. It's always been fun.
Been a long time since I've seen you, so.
Yeah, well, we'll try not to make it so long between next visits. So.
Yeah, I'll try not to fall asleep the next time we do a
I
spoiler.
was gonna say when we do a spoiler room, so we're gonna be doing a Godzilla one.
Ooh.
Monday, right? Tentatively planned for the Monday right after the weekend it comes out. So maybe I'll see what time I can get everybody, and maybe we can get you in on that. But yeah, I've got enough people, so we'll be doing a spoiler room for that. So.
So did you actually fall asleep on mic?
No,
No, he passed out before he never even made it to the mic.
No, I thought maybe your fucking chin was rested up and
No.
fucking snoring.
It was a fun conversation. If people are interested, we do the spoiler room, which is kind of like a podcast. Eventually, I'm turning them into podcasts. Actually, I'm working on that one now, where we covered the Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, and Never-Ending Story.
Oh, some new releases.
We were covering dark children's films from the 80s and kind of discussing how they wouldn't be made now. And we're actually thinking of doing a part 2 to that. There's like 3 more films from the 80s that came up while we were discussing that we think we might want to cover. So no, that's not dark films, not bad films.
Hudson Hawk too.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Hudson Hawk. I thought that was alright.
I loved Hudson Hawk. Thank you very much.
Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
any other code names?
Chlamydia.
I don't know if gonorrhea.
Well, thanks again for joining us, Movie Mark.
You bet. Thanks for having me on, guys. You have a good night.
Go have fun with your lonely trooper.
Yeah.
You ever fuck your wife with a cowl? I missed it. Damn it. That's the
probably said
question.
yes.
That's a question I'm gonna have to ask him later on. Have you ever had sex with your wife when you had a cowl on?
Yeah, she had a scowl.
With her skull.
Not again.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
She's
No,
real
you're
nice.
not Batman.
I like his wife. His wife's pretty cool. I could sit and talk to her for hours.
Weren't they both at some get together?
Yeah, my anniversary party.
That's right.
Yeah, it was the first time she really ever kind of met all of us.
Mm-hmm. I think she was.
And she fell in love with half the family because they all like books and like to
I
read.
thought she was all afraid and scared about the whole ordeal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Most people don't like, when you tell them who we are, what we do when it comes to the Dixon Cider Show, the name throws them off.
Or you get somebody who says that we're offensive.
We are. There's nothing wrong with
Don't you
being-
guys have like a disclaimer saying that?
Well, it says we're explicit.
This is the
Well, somebody's
podcast my
bitching
father
about it?
warns me about, yes.
Somebody's bitching about it. Well, I don't know what that parental advisory sticker means.
Yeah.
Well, that just means you're doing your job.
Well, we forewarned you. Can't blame us.
That's
You
right.
don't like.
I don't know, what do we got coming up? We ain't got much coming up. We ain't got nothing planned.
Really, the only thing.
We're going to Milwaukee? Yeah.
You got some peppers to watch them grow.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I can't
Those
wait
are
to
the,
eat them.
I don't know if I brought you any of those. They're the ones that were about that big around, look like mini tomatoes.
No, I didn't have any of them.
Those were good with stuffed green pepper soup
Yeah.
without any green peppers.
A lot of sun, a lot of moisture.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep, full sun.
I'll put them right on the
They
deck.
grow.
Well, you're showing me ass and cock. What?
They grow on top of the ass is on top of the cock and it sits there. It's
okay.
not in the hole.
Okay,
It's on
all right.
top of the
It's
hole.
on top of the
So you got good balance. Right?
Yeah.
He knows
Like
his ass from his
meditating.
cock in a hole.
So you just pucker up just enough to kind of teeter on there, and then if you loosen up, it's like.
You're done.
All right. DixonCiderShow.com, PodGodsNetwork.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, right?
And if you guys want to be offended again, listen next week.
Yeah. And the week after that. the week
Hopefully
after that.
next week
What,
we'll
is it
have
gonna
a
be
guest.
semen again for you?
Seaman?
New guest coming next week?
Hopefully next weekend we'll have a next.
Musical guest?
Yes.
All right. Let's get her hooked up. We're going to do another late show, huh?
Yeah, it'll be another late show. They'll be here.
I like the late shows. I can actually show up. For
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, he can't come because
So
it's
it'll
too
be-
early because he's fucking...
I'm just going to sleep when you guys are waking up to do this shit.
Like, you get off your PS3 every now and then.
Well, you got you played World
Four.
of Tanks that one day.
Yeah, I was
Played
playing
World
World
of
of
what?
Tanks. Yeah, I've been playing that a lot again.
I asked him if he
playing
was
what?
playing World of Taints.
World War what?
World of Taints.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have a world of taints. My whole life is a world of taints. It's always in between something. It's never what I really want.
Tainted ass, tainted pussy.
All right, let's pull up.
Where's the beef?
It's in my pants.